everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around. Cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm blue, I was deed, I was dying, 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 I was deed. I wish that I could fly into the sky so very high, just like a dragonfly. I fly above the trees, over the seas, in all degrees, to anywhere I please. Oh, I want to get away.
So what you saying?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Let's go and see the stars, the Milky Way, or even Mars, where it could just be us. Let's fade into the sun, let your spirit fly. We are one, just for a little fun. Oh yeah! I want to get away. I wanna fly away. Yeah. I want to get away. I wanna fly away. Yeah. What? I gotta get away.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Jumper Punch. How were they? Some big marks there, eh?
You little beauty. You little
Hey?
beauty.
Love a good mark.
Who was your favourite?
Jezza.
The Jezza.
It's the most iconic mark of all
It's the most
time.
iconic.
I don't
Cracker
care what
in
anyone
there?
says.
Huh?
Was Cracker in there?
Cracker was in there.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
Cracker.
Oh,
Better than Walker's.
what?
Oh.
He was outside of the only had roof, mate.
How good was the call? Remember
That's
the
a bit
call?
of a controversy
Remember the-
call, that one. Yeah.
BT.
Like a jack in the box.
And there was
You
also,
know why it looks better? Because he marks it over his head.
Yeah.
Because
But Walker
Walker's
got
on
up
his
high,
chest,
man.
but Walker was like
Mate, Walker was on top of
8,500 feet.
Carlisle's bloody 8'2",
That could be one.
and
of
it was
the-
against those skunks too. So
Yeah, and we pumped them that day.
that was a
Like
great game.
Pumped
six,
them.
Yeah,
seven.
Betts kicked the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember like
Oh,
12
it was
goals.
the best.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that game one
A
day.
cracker.
So everyone, welcome. Rocco, Marcello, Paul. Big week in football. A big week in football, eh?
It just seems to continue, even though there's no no news or there's no real reporting of football to be done with our football
There's
club. We
always
just
something.
keep
Mate,
there's something happening.
we can get news out of anything, mate. We just
Always.
make the littlest thing and we can just make
Say
it huge.
Carlton.
Imagine we're successful one day. I can't
Yeah, with
believe it.
Clarkson.
They might stop talking
With
about
Clarkson.
us.
That's it. Hey, always. Thank you too.
Yes, Melbourne Coffee Roasting Co. Carlton
Yes.
15 promo code. Brandon
Mate,
Bevilacqua.
without these people, we wouldn't be out there. And
Merino Bros.
Merino Bros.
Merino
Yeah.
Bros.
What a
produce.
sponsor.
Yeah,
they're the
good.
best. They're the
Good.
best, mate. And later on, mate,
We'll show them some good footage.
yeah, some
Yep.
good footage. Yeah.
What's the
And
jazz? Marinobros.com.au. That's the
yeah.
website.
And Instagram, Merino
Instagram.
Bros. Produce.
Yes.
Get on all of it. It's all there.
100%.
all there.
Your phones, mate. You
Look
get
at
text
this.
messages left, right, and
Let's
centre,
go.
mate.
Who's that
Is
from?
it the
Oh, we got some information.
is it the
we
mail?
don't.
Is it?
No information. Here. So, what else? Hey,
Well, we need some coffees. Oh,
Yeah.
we got the merch.
the merch.
Oh, the
Everyone have a
merch.
look at the
Don't forget
merch.
the merch.
Get a
He's
hold
got
of the
it on today.
merch.
Not-
He's got
not-
it on.
Mine's
I've got
in
the merch
wash.
on.
while we're there, we got the merch. Everyone get on there. What is it? What do you do?
So the hoodies are what? $69.99.
$69.99. T-shirts $50.
Correct.
Get on the Blue Abroad shop.
100%, man.
Buy.
And buy.
PayPal.
And look at this bloke, Carl Cavara.
Bang.
Have a
Hey,
look at him,
Carlos.
mate. He looks
Hello,
happy,
Carl.
mate.
This is great.
Hey.
He's a happy chap.
He's
Look at
a
him,
100
Carl
chap.
Guernsey.
He
And,
looks like a
good old
real
Carl.
Italian.
Liam
that
and
one
Josh. Hello to Liam and Josh.
Yeah.
They're waiting as well for
Yeah,
their
everyone's
for
waiting.
their
That's really
hoodies
good.
too. So
there. So what we'll do is...
big one coming up. Big one coming up.
In cafe.
And I just purchased a Balenciaga.
I like that, the Balenciaga.
I purchased a
man.
Balenciaga
$5.5
high
grand,
vis.
mate.
5.5 G's for this.
I'm telling you,
Fantastic. Just
Bet
20
the
bucks
Lux,
at
doing
Aldi,
all right.
Sherpa. It's from Aldi.
1995. Yo. Hey, how you going? Yeah, they got punished in a day. What's that? What's a Henderson? What a dickhead. Just hit him up. Oh, can't believe it. Yeah, all right. Free coffees. Yeah, and give us some biscuits. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Beautiful. Oh, man, he's loving it. He's loving it. He's loving the pain. You know what happens if you can't win?
What's the next best thing?
Pain.
Ridiculing someone else.
You like to see pain.
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
Hey.
beautiful assistant. Oh, with the jumper
Got the
punch
jumper
top.
punch
Look
hoodie.
at that.
Okay,
There,
okay.
I like it.
Thank you
You're
very
giving
much.
it out to
Yeah,
our
we're giving them out. All the
delivery
workers,
drivers
mate.
and all that.
That's workers. That's their yearly pay. That's what I'm giving them. Shit.
Good God.
Here we go, mate.
How about the cups just quietly?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Should
good,
we ask the people if they want JP cups?
Well, there was a couple of messages saying they are the cups coming out.
Do people want jumper punch cups?
I think Carl messaged me in the week and he's like, "Oh, I need some shot glasses with the jumper."
Oh,
The shot
wow.
glasses, yes,
Fuck.
that's exactly too.
Shot
reckon
glasses.
The shot glasses, the
Right.
cups, yeah. And actually, I think by next week,
Yes.
starting to design maybe.
Yeah,
Some
I've
couple
started
of
it. I've started.
Just
Start.
leave it to Mars.
I've started the new one.
So let's
Leave it to Mars.
let's
Cheers.
enjoy
Cheers,
this.
Cobber.
There you go.
Salud. Thanks, mate. Make sure
This
we do
is-
it. Where are they? Oh, there we go.
The jumper. Mate.
The
Cheers,
doggies
boys.
and D's.
To the doggies and the D's.
Oh, there's a bit in that. Jesus.
Yeah, now we're getting more into
Yeah, I
it.
think it's 1-to-1 ratio.
Mate,
That's
That's
getting better.
fantastic.
Fucking-
That
That
tastes
tastes
like
good.
water.
I'm tailing out.
Yeah, I know.
You know what's happening? They're starting to get weaker and
Yeah.
weaker, man, because they're starting to get more and more. We're
Maybe
starting to
becoming
get
I had a
used
little
to
bit of
the
grog
stuff.
last night. Maybe that's why.
Mate, I decked like half a slab of Canadian clubs last night. Fantastic.
Oh, I was drinking those
I've
beers,
become an
mate.
alcoholic in
I
lockdown.
was
It's
celebrating.
fucking
mate.
That's not
awesome.
good. That's not good.
Every time doggies kicked a goal, I was celebrating.
Yeah, I
mate.
just between them and Melbourne.
Kosh.
I'm happy for them. I'm happy for both
I'm
clubs.
happy for Kosh. Can't wait to watch the morning show. Anyway, hey, listen. These are one of the best, mate.
Scotch
Yeah,
fingers.
they
The
are.
Scotch fingers with
They got
the
chocolate chips.
chocolate
Ah,
chips in them, man.
That's a little bit techie, that.
Yeah, a bit
Mm.
there.
Oh, I like it. Hey, what episode are we up to?
23.
23.
Not bad.
23. Just quietly.
Yeah,
Henderson used to wear
he
23.
did. The Illuminati.
Now he's going to be wearing a McDonald's top.
Okay.
Arthur Harrison.
Who?
Arthur Harrison, 1914.
He started
One
with
game, 0
Look
goals.
at this. They couldn't even get a photo of him.
Mate.
They had to draw a cartoon.
The ball's bigger than him.
Yes. There was apparently that's
Wow.
a picture of him. That's how far. He's one of only 2 Covenant players to play in a draw and not play any more games.
Wow.
So his only game was a draw.
One of how many? Just him.
One and one other. Don't
And the
ask
other?
me who the other. Yeah.
Someone will know out there.
Someone
Who
will
is
know.
that?
Bring it out there. The
Wink,
other
wink.
player.
Arthur Harris.
Wink, wink.
Arthur Harrison.
Harrison.
That's incredible.
Only played one game.
Yeah, some of these things you come up with, mate.
I know. I'm telling you, I like the research. I like
Love
it.
it.
I like it. I like
The
it.
historian.
Alex Barringham, 09 to 15, 56 games, 24 goals. Now, just ordinary play, played like 56 games, just average.
Yeah.
But
But
once
yes.
a leopard escaped from the Melbourne Zoo.
Nah.
What?
A leopard escaped from the Melbourne Zoo. Ended up in the Waters backyard, the Waters family, Alex became aware, grabbed his rifle,
Oh, wow.
and brought him down with 3 shots.
Holy moly.
Not bad. Fuck.
You
The
like that
leopard.
for a bit of A?
So,
That's surely P155.
That
You
is
just made that up.
Nah, man, it's in there, mate. It's actually written. It was in.
how do people find this? Like, where do they find this stuff? Where is all this
Was
stuff
it in the
from?
news?
Blue
Surely it was in the
Museum.
news.
Blueseum.org.
Yeah, Blueseum.
It's a
That's
fantastic
like a
website.
footnote. That was it was in a newspaper article.
Yeah.
It was in the newspaper.
Whoever runs that website, get in touch with
Unbelievable,
us.
and,
Please
it's
do.
always updated. Like
It's
not-
brilliant.
Yeah, it
I don't know
is.
who runs
It
that
is.
page, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Tony DeBolfo would have to have
Yeah.
something to do with it. He's like the
yeah.
encyclopedia of the cup
Cup.
football.
Hey,
club.
we're gonna get him on. We're gonna speak to him.
Tony DeBolfo,
we
beast.
got to get him on.
He's a legend.
Hey, me and him can have a
quiz.
A
A
quiz
Quiz,
off.
oh,
A quiz
mate,
off.
you no hope.
no. I'm not.
No hope. No, none of us are in here.
You're
He'd beat all 3 of us.
I'm a
He's
junior.
$1.01. You're
He'd beat all
$26.
3 of
That's
us.
true.
Ah,
that's
mate,
true.
combined.
No, he's a gun. He's a gun. We should do a. Might get
Celebrity
get a hold of
quiz.
him. No, I might try to see. We'll do a book together, me and him.
Yeah.
I'll just put my name to it. Keith Rowe, 39 to 43, 15 games, 2 goals, and here's the first picture of him, as you can see.
HMAS Nesta.
Ironic that his name's Rowe and he
he
works
was
in the water.
Yeah, he was in the Navy, as you can see. Now, what's
In the
fascinating
Navy.
about him is you can see this next picture.
Thought he was a baker. It looks like a baker, that
Yeah,
outfit.
it's in the baker, yeah. See this
Oh,
picture?
that's awesome.
Yeah. So this one here
When was
is-
this again? Do you know when this was taken?
This was taken, yes, I do know when this was taken. This was taken in 40, no, I think it was like 42.
1942.
1942.
Second World War.
World War.
Yeah.
nearly-
And what
nearly-
happened
nearly
was-
the World War, yeah.
This is
During
the
the war,
group.
Nearly.
No, it was taken in 41, sorry.
Okay.
41, because I got it here. In 41, this is taken of his crew
Mhm.
that survived when his ship sunk and hit by an enemy.
Wow.
Like a landmine or
Yeah. Well, no,
Holy
a submarine.
submarine.
Holy
Bang.
shit.
They sunk the ship. They survived.
They also,
Wow.
all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Oh, they're good at their job.
There you go.
History
And this
of
is
the
another
club, eh?
picture. Have a look at this
Incredible
one here.
scenes.
This is how much he loved Carlton. Check this out. He's wearing the Carlton top.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'd
Tony
love to
Higgins.
get hold of one of those old Carlton. Would you love to get a hold of
Imagine you
them?
get one of them.
Far
Oh,
out. Like a
that,
premiership winning, one of those
Ah.
woven.
even just
old
one
tops.
of them, it costs you about 50 grand.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Nah, less than that.
50
5,
grand.
6, 7.
You go try
Reckon?
find one of them.
I don't know about 50, but it'd be.
You go try find one of them.
You couldn't. I wonder where they all are.
Priceless.
Someone.
I will
I'm gonna-
charge, if I had that,
someone-
50 grand. I'll pay you 50
Someone
grand.
try to find an old Carlton.
But there's a lot
Plain
of people that go
top.
out there and they just chuck shit, and I've seen it all. There's a lot of shit, and it's not real.
Yeah.
It has to be approved.
Well, later on, you're going to see in Talking Blue, we go over
Yes.
some of the.
Someone's got to come out and.
You got to see some of the.
They're very
original
hard to
Man
find.
Again
Very
one.
hard to find. I've been looking everywhere for old stuff. I don't buy any new stuff. I don't give
You
my
don't?
money to the
That's the way
club.
it should be.
No.
I never give my
Don't
money
give
to
them
the
any
club.
money.
I only
No.
give him my fraudulent membership to pay the players.
You have to.
Because I have to. Well, I don't have to. Everyone's got a choice in life.
Well, you want
It's like going to a
wanna
family
get-
function that you don't
No.
want to be at, but you just go there anyway.
go anyway. Exactly
you know, John,
right.
buddy, you go see people you don't ever want to see. The
Hey,
visits. Our games are like going to the visits. You know?
You have to go.
You have to go.
You have to
Rock
go.
up.
You have to
You got to
go.
go. You got to see the pain. The pain. Maybe if you're lucky, you
Go
get a
see
good
people you
feed.
don't even want to see.
You might get a beer.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
That's our club.
Hey, listen. Who's one of our most famous? Bert Deacon.
But Deacon Brownlow
Yeah.
medal winner.
That's it. 42 to 51, 106 games. He didn't play that many.
Now, question: did you win the quiz on
Yeah, he
by
got
this?
it.
Did you get this? You
Yeah,
did get
he
this
said
one,
it.
didn't
He said
you?
them all.
With like 1 second to go,
1
didn't
second
you?
to go. Champion effort, man.
It was, yeah.
Last minute.
Baslenka type stuff.
That's it.
Vandermeer.
That's it.
Latham.
Look at him, man. He was a beast, this bloke.
Big legs.
Won the Brownlow in 47, best and fairest 47, premiership player in 47. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes.
He won the premiership, the best and fairest, and the Brownlow in the same year. You can't do better than that, can you?
All hail.
Oh. Yeah, you can.
How?
Dustin Martin.
He did it.
Did he?
And he won a Norm Smith. Brownlow, Norm Smith, Best and
No,
fairest.
Oh, he did do better.
Huh?
He did do better,
did.
yeah.
Did he? I don't know. Someone can find that
Yeah,
out.
that's
I
true.
know
no,
that.
No, you're right. You're right, 100%.
He comes
But
one North,
he's
three
probably
North
the only
six.
other place.
Yeah. He's probably the only one. But yes, that's a fucking
Yeah.
big effort. It's not many
Yeah.
that have done it.
And you can have a look at this video.
Oh, the videos.
So you can have a look at the video, and it's there's not much footage of him naturally,
Just
but
slow
look at this.
motion.
This
That's
is him
training.
training.
Training, mate.
Check him out.
Well, wait.
Look at this.
Streamline. Mate, he's shredded. Look at him.
No, he was a good
Mate.
player, mate. He was a good player.
Could bounce a ball.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can bounce a ball.
Is that Adam Saab?
But you have a look now. Now we've got footage, and look, he was a good player, but all the footage I saw,
That's a good
It was
bounce.
just him in the picture.
yeah, he's only chasing the ball. He's never got it in his hand. So, but this is great footage, man.
There we have.
There he is. Look at this. He runs, and he's not going nowhere.
Look
Where
at them
you
all
go?
in long sleeves.
Yeah, that's it.
We tried
See,
to give
that's
one.
that's not him. He's the other
behind.
bloke.
Yeah, behind.
He's behind.
Oh, he's up there.
I thought he laid the tackle, didn't
No, it's
Nah.
20.
Wow.
Oh,
he? It's already- there he is.
right,
There he is, bottom right.
There you go. Still didn't get it.
You sure he won the Brownlow?
yeah.
This wasn't his Brownlow
Surely
year.
it's false.
This wasn't his Brownlow year. But look at the footage, man. It's just amazing, man. Oh, here he goes. He's got the ball. No, he didn't even get the ball there in training.
Mate, he's chasing shadows.
Hey, what's this one? What's this one?
Surely
What's
takes
that?
him
There it is.
Yeah.
That's the. Oh no,
No, that
yeah,
was
yeah,
him.
that's yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
No, that was him. Yeah, that was him. Look at this. Look at the handball.
But that's not him.
One of them's
That's
him.
him.
This is him. Here he
That's
goes. Here he goes. Look at him. He's slick, mate.
It's actual
He's slick.
sad.
This must have been some sort of promotional thing for.
100%. Well, not for
Hey!
him.
They were trying to hoodwink Carl supporters then too. Bananas. Hey? So,
Next one.
no, I'm going to tell you something about him.
Okay.
So he
Alright.
played in the 45
Yep.
bloodbath.
Yes,
This is
against
the kind of man
against
he
South
was.
Melbourne.
This
Yep.
is the kind of man, yep. And this is the kind of man. So while they were playing in that grand final, Ron Clegg, who played for South Melbourne, who was a future Brownlow medalist, when they started all the fights, was about to go to the fight, and he said, "Don't go there, son. There's nothing in it for you." Right? So he kept him back.
Yeah.
And so he stayed back only to face a nice hook. By the captain, Bob Chitty.
Right.
Oh.
Knocked him down. So he gets the free kick and he stands up and he's facing the wrong way, right? So Bert Deacon gets him and he turns him around the wrong
Wow.
way and he goes, "Listen, man, the goal's there." Only for Bob Chitty to walk up to Deacon and say, "Listen, mate, I don't knock him down just so you can pick him back up again." So and that was it, yeah. So that's the kind of
Best and fairest.
best and fairest, yeah. So, and that grand final just quickly in 45 had 65,000 people at Princess Park.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
It can only fit like not even 30.
Are we even allowed to get 65
standing.
people there
But
now?
if you see the photos, man, they're standing on the.
Yeah.
they're standing
We're not
on
even
the
allowed to
ground.
get 65 people there
It's
now.
tough when it's standing.
I listen in 81 to 92. There was a player called Paul Molly Maldron.
Paul Molly Maldron.
Yeah, so Paul Molly
He's got an
Maldron.
interesting story, right?
He has got an interesting story. So 158 games, 140 goals, and premiership player in 87.
Yep.
He was born in London, really, right?
There you
And
go.
he was brought down here. So that's the first thing. But the story is apparently, so we can have a look at some footage here while I tell this. Apparently, he walked off the street and played in the premiership. Right?
Well, a normal civilian.
Yeah, but what actually happened was he found himself at Princess Park, right, doing some training, and who was standing next to him? Shane O'Sullivan.
Aha.
Ah,
All right.
So he said to him, "Listen, tell me something. How can I try out for the Blues?" And he said to him, "Listen, I'll send you an invite." He forgot to send him an invite, so Paul Maldron went and saw him just before training, just before they started their trials. And he goes, "Listen, I forgot all about it." Look at him, man. He's a good player, man, and he kicked some good goals, man. Look at this. He was a good player.
Is he a forward? What was he? Half forward.
He was like a half forward, yeah.
Left foot. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at this.
A beautiful kick.
That's a great goal. Bang.
I'm telling you, he was a really good player, man, and very, very instrumental in that.
Both sides of the
87.
body. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Can be
Hey, look at this.
dangerous.
Look at this bit of play. You got Harmsy. Watch this. Bit of knocked over by, I think that was Dorothy.
Dorothy, yeah,
Yeah.
here we go. Here
And
we
look
go.
at this, Meldrum. Look at this. Look at your handballs too. Bradley.
Oh,
Back to
oh,
Look at this goal.
oh,
Into end.
fuck it hell. That's brilliant.
That's a coast to coast.
That's a coast to coast.
Look at
right?
Braddles.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What a
Right.
great goal.
So just to finish the story, he went back to see Simon. He goes, "Oh, I forgot." He goes, "But you know what? Rock up on Thursday. But if you're not up to it, I'm telling you straight away
Yeah,
out."
gone. Yeah.
Yeah, impressed. They said, "All right, come and have a trial game. We're gonna just have an intro game. You know, intro
Yeah,
club.
yeah, yeah. Intra-club game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, good
Got
on him.
30 possessions, a couple of goals.
As you do.
Rest is history, man.
Yeah,
so he
fact.
practically did walk off the
And
street to get the
Judging
game.
by the way we're going, we're still getting players off the
Yeah,
street.
yeah. Well, not that good, but
Not
that's
that
a
good.
roll. Hey, the other one is, man, one of our favourites.
Yeah.
How tough is this bloke?
Dean Rice, mate.
Dean
Seriously.
Rice.
like-
Look at him, man.
You know what?
Looks tough.
When I was
I can't remember
He
this.
looks
when I
tough.
was a kid down at Prince's Park, right? He's one of the players that is etched in my memory. I always liked him. Always liked Dean
He
Rice.
came in and he was instrumental again for our side, you know. He played 118 games for us. He ended up playing over 200 games. He was, well, if you look at this goal now, this is important.
Got clipped. Gets up.
This is the goal in the 95 Premiership side.
I loved using him on AFL 99.
Just a
Mate, yeah, the
big body.
PlayStation.
Look at him, man.
Big
He was
body.
nuggety, man. Look at this, man. He copped it, but he got back up. Look at him, man. He gets back up. And this was an important goal at the time. It was an important goal. I mean, really, we were in no danger, but this kind of like just sealed it. Loved him, man. He was tough. He was tough.
Yeah, sausage roll. Oh, look at the goal
Thank you,
umpire.
mate.
Just
Didn't even move, mate. Didn't even move. Mate,
a butcher's outfit.
and Big Rexy named him Special Fries.
special
Special
fried
fried
rice.
rice.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
special
Yes,
fried.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So he was the nephew of a Cats premiership player called Colin Rice.
Right.
And he was recruited by the Cats but got no senior games.
Aha.
Right. And then got recruited by the Saints, played 116 games for them before doing his ACL in 92.
Yep.
Then he came back in 93 and did his other knee. It wasn't quite an
someone
ACL,
we
but
know.
it was out for the rest of the year. So then in 94, Carlton picked him up. And in round 8 of 94, in the first quarter, does his ACL again. And he's out for 12 months. He comes back exactly 1 year later in round 8 and 9 of 95. And they were the two games that we lost.
Lost against
Oh,
St Kilda and Sydney.
Yeah.
And then after that,
They didn't lose
Wow.
another game for the rest of
Yeah,
the year.
no,
Now, there
yeah.
is a story that goes around with those two games that we won't divulge
Yeah,
here, but
well,
you
there's a
do.
bit
I'm
of-
sure you know about.
well, there's a few houses that bought up.
Yeah. A couple of holidays paid for just
Mate,
quietly.
because they were, and I remember at the time watching that. I'm sure, I don't know, or you didn't, but I remember watching it and we're going, hey, how did we lose to the Saints?
Well, weren't
And
they
then-
last and second last,
Yeah.
both
Yeah,
those teams?
both, and we lost by big margins.
goals,
We lost by 10 goals each time.
They had the overs. Well, I don't know. If they
And
had
I
the
remember
last
the
game.
footy show because we won the first 7 games, and then after that second loss, they brought out a skit where they had like a big balloon with the Carlton head on it, and it was getting bigger and
And the
bigger, and they
burst.
popped it
Yeah.
to say like, "Oh, pop the bubble." But then after that, 16 in a row to win it.
Yeah.
Now Dean Rice, he was tough.
Mhm.
So we found some footage of him. Have a look at this, guys.
Ladies and
The hell?
gentlemen,
What's this?
So this was after his footy career. He just went out. It was a bit of a charity fight. You know
Oh, yeah?
what I mean, 3 rounds, 3
They
minutes.
don't really do this stuff now with the footy players, do they? You can't, can you?
Look at this. So the bloke could fight. Watch this.
Oh!
A few combos.
He could fight. Look at this. Bang! That was a
Oh.
nice one, man.
Jab.
Look at this.
Oh,
He's a nuggety reel. Look at
Yeah,
this
nah.
compact. Look at that.
Mate, you wouldn't want to. Oh, look at him, man. It's some nice little hits there, man. You know how, mate, you got to be bloody have ballsy to get into a ring with someone, I'm telling you.
Mate, this is.
I'm telling you, this was oh, he got him down. He got him down. He got him up, but he got back up. Got back up. And the other bloke was, I don't know much about him, but he was he was a more professional fighter than one.
He's got about 10, 15 centimetres on him, Bryce, doesn't he?
So he did that. He did well. I mean, look at these fans. Some combos here coming in. Boom, boom. I love it.
Who's the ref?
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you hear the commentary, I think it's Dermot Brereton. He's commentating. Yeah, that's it.
Not like him.
Yeah, look at this. And here we go. And here we go. And that was it.
done. There you go.
So there's a bit of a
Like
little
it.
bit of interesting footage
go,
of
bit
the
of insight.
man who
Very
was
nice.
tough as.
And
Tough
now
as.
the legacy is yours, Jacob Wiedering.
Austrian sausage.
Well, that's it. Now it goes there, and I think he'll take the record because I forgot to say that it's Paul Molly Meldrum
Who
who's
is
owns
the
the record at
Right, how many?
158.
158.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Wow.
he'll get it.
Yeah, isn't he
Yeah,
like on
unless-
100 or something?
Who,
He's
Wiedering?
Yeah, well, he's over 100. He's had his 100, has he?
Has he?
If not, it'll be very
I
close.
don't think he has. I reckon he's
Next
close.
year,
though.
first year,
Maybe
our
he has
first
had
few
his 100.
couple
A
of
few more
games.
years.
No, maybe he has had his 100th. I don't even know. Anyway, touch wood.
So that's it. That's it. Love the number 23. I can't believe it, man. 23 episodes.
You're forgetting like one person.
Who?
The GOAT,
The GOAT.
Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Ah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, well, that's another argument for another day, man. Me, my son, he keeps sending me he always sends me these messages and sends me these posts about
LeBron James.
LeBron James and Jordan.
Well,
well, we didn't we have this on the comment section like a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Who's the
It
GOAT?
never ends. It never ends. But at the end of the day, they can say whatever.
Is it
they
LeBron or is it Jordan? For me, it's MJ.
Jordan, baby. All the way to
all
the
the
bank.
way to the bank, mate.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want about him, but I'm
He was
telling
like-
you, man, he changed the
Yeah,
game.
Yeah, that's
He
the thing.
changed the
That's the
game.
thing. Yeah.
He changed the game. And another thing, he never called himself the GOAT.
No.
But the others do.
LeBron
And
calls
if you're going to
himself the
call
king.
yourself the GOAT, you've already automatically
Correct.
not the GOAT anymore.
That's right.
I took
You know
that.
what I
I
mean?
took that personally.
Yeah.
Nah, man, he was, and okay, man, because I grew up in those years,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
why I follow Chicago Bulls because of him. Not that I'm a massive basketball fan, but because of him, you know. So anyway, he's can say whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever.
And one more thing about that. No. Well, listen. How do you compare two people from two?
Well,
two
you
different-
can't. You can't.
That's what
You
shits
can't.
me.
You
It's
can't.
That's what shits me. And the other thing I say, and
can't.
I say
It
this
just
always to
works
my
off
son,
stats,
you
but
can-
it's different.
and with stats, you can use
Manipulate
whatever
it,
stats you
yeah.
want,
I know.
right, to win your argument.
know.
But this is what I say,
Correct.
right? They are very close, correct?
Yeah.
Very close.
Two different positions.
Two
mate.
different positions, but they're very close as to say who's the best, right?
Yeah.
Now, you bring Jordan to 2015, right? And give him all the stuff that LeBron has, right? Could he be better?
Well, who knows? We'll never know.
You
Probably.
won't know.
No.
But he was in that era that had hardly anything, and he's got everything, and
Well,
he's
he's won
still
every-
been and he's
He's
still
won
been
every
compared
accolade
to
of the
him.
game. He's won every
Well,
accolade. All defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
You know what the thing is? And I think that guy, when that tweet about Sam Walsh and Bailey Smith came out, the fact that you're comparing everyone to MJ and you're comparing everyone to Sam Walsh,
it's the same.
there's your answer.
Exactly.
That's how you know who the best is.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah. Hey, there was some finals going on.
Was.
Sorry.
Hey, let's have
Mate.
a look at this ad. Let's have a look
Let's
at this
see what-
ad, man, and let's get ourselves into the finals.
Australia's most amazing spectacles? I'd like to see that.
Men who score every few minutes? I'd like to see that.
So you're supposed to sprint, bouncing a ball, shaped like this. How do you do that?
Australia launching men into space every few minutes. I'd like to see that.
Remember the day?
Yeah, this is a famous song.
Look at this. Look at this.
What was that?
How's that to get us here, man? I love the old days, man. Really get you pumped, even though our side's on there. I still was. I was excited about the finals, and then they started. And then I wasn't excited
for
anymore.
like a half.
We have not.
Nah. Friday, Melbourne Geelong. Scores.
Jesus Christ.
Melbourne 19-11, 125 to 6-6, 42.
Annihilation.
Annihilation. I just wrote one main thing here. Third quarter, 8-2, Max gone, 5 goals, 4 in the third. When have you ever seen that? And he was snapping them like
Mate.
it was a rover. Did you see him?
That goal that he kicked on the run from 55, mate.
That's
That's
an eclipse of the sun. You'll never see that ever again. You
What
won't say.
a
I'm
goal.
telling you right. You'll never see that again.
He's had a good year.
It was like the cockroach in the Adelaide game.
No,
3 goals, 1 on the run.
Don't
snap.
ever compare Max Gawn to Levi
You'll never
again.
see it ever again.
It was
Fucking
that's amazing.
awesome.
I was
Quarter by him.
like shocked. They got
He's a gun.
And
A
Geelong
bona fide gun.
Geelong absolutely got this.
I thought, didn't they have a virus go through there? Is that what they said?
Oh, that's what's coming out
Oh
today.
yeah, all right.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. All the excuses now. They want to come
Well,
out.
how about mate? Like
No
they
virus
just
is-
didn't
no
give a yelp.
virus is going to do that. No virus. Not even the pretend one.
They
we
were
got now.
terrible. I couldn't believe it.
Nah, that was.
I thought Melbourne would win.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they've just been they've been a lot more consistent and
Yeah.
they've been
Oh, yeah.
more reliable this year. But
Not like that.
far out, mate.
They picked them apart.
Gary
Listen-
Rowan's horrific final record continues. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Far
We'll talk
out,
about
mate.
him later.
Oh.
That bloke there.
My God.
That was pretty bad.
Henderson Tui.
Henderson, mate.
I like it.
Well, wait.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. No, well, Henderson did go to get to.
So where to now for the Cats? Like what happens? Like
Well,
they're
what,
all.
don't they
I
have?
think they're
It's
stuff.
a retirement village there now.
I think they're stuffed. They really
You reckon?
threw-
11 players over 30 years old.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
the
think
most
they
ever.
threw everything at
At it.
this.
Mm.
I'm not saying it's.
They got some young
They're still
kids
going to
that
be
come through.
a fairly good side, but do you think they're going to really?
Well, they
be a-
sold the draft to get Jeremy Cameron in.
That's
and-
right.
Didn't work.
Look, I don't
And
think
you
they'll,
know,
I don't think they'll drop
Hawkins
off.
had a great year, but how much longer? Can he
Yeah, I don't
go
think
on?
they'll drop off too much next year. But
I don't think they'll finish top 4.
yeah,
And they're going to lose a couple of young kids, you know.
and just quietly, fuck, how good were Melbourne? My God,
They killed them.
mate, they are incredible.
Every stoppage,
Every-
they walloped them.
They have been brilliant.
I just watched
this year.
every stoppage and they couldn't go with them.
No.
And every
They
time,
couldn't get their
Petrarca
hands
off
on
the
the
back
ball.
of the pack, every time I was like, hey, someone going to play on this bloke? Selwood couldn't go with
And
it.
you know
They're a
what?
good side,
to
man.
all those members of Melbourne who have held on for so many years, it's nearly 6 decades. Mate, I hope they win. Seriously, mate.
And you know what? And they still won't be able to see him. The MCC members say dicks to
mate,
you.
imagine
The cheese board
I don't want to
platters.
be
57
Yeah.
years they've waited. Oh, well, not wait, but they're 2000
Yeah.
since the last. Mate, and they just, yet they can't, like,
They
the
can't
majority
see
of their
him.
membership
They
base
actually
can't
see
go.
him.
You don't want to be tripping over at the line. Hey, did you do a journal?
Yeah, I did.
All right,
Oh,
let's
for
start.
which game? For this one?
Both of them.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's fantastic, really.
Is it?
Fucking hell.
Let's do it.
First line was awesome. Should be a ripper, this. Picker puts a jab step on and finds the gollywog Brown. Brown takes his 85-year run up and hits the post. Tom McDonald, the fraud, kicks it into the man on the mark.
Oh, no, the one started.
How wasn't that holding the ball on Viney? 360'd him. Oh, fuck, so many times. But anyway. Camera stays down, crumbs, back of the pack, and tumbles one through. Bang.
Doesn't he
bang,
love a
6-1.
celebration, Jeremy
Yeah,
Cameron? Bloody hell, man.
Have
he'd
you
pop a
seen
blood
his,
vessel.
you should see his Twitch videos because he streams on Twitch.
Does he?
Oh, does he?
Yeah, like COD and all that.
Is he
and-
crazy?
Yeah, he's sick of that.
Nuts.
He's actually a good player. He's actually a really good.
Yeah.
Loves the gaming. He's actually really good.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All
He
right,
needs a
cool.
bit of a tan. Just quietly.
Yeah, well.
Great hands in tight to Petrarca, who bangs it long to Brown. Brown takes 80 years. and goals 6-7. Repeat entries for Melbourne here. The Pig lines one up and nails a 6-13.
Now, James Harms, the Pig, he has the biggest head.
He kind of looks like a horse too.
But he's like his teeth don't actually fit his head.
It's big.
He's got the biggest head I've
I'm
ever
not
seen.
all painting, but that head's
But he's not a bad player.
good.
He's a good
He's
player.
come of age. He
You can
has
see
come
when
of
he's
age.
running. You can see the weight of his
Yeah.
head. He's like pushing him to one side.
It's the biggest head I've ever seen.
Neil Bullen Bananas won through 6-19. Didn't have an ump in the back from Hawkins. No call is made. He was pushing them.
Oh, was it against May? Maybe you reckon?
Hands are in the back.
Yeah, but it's
Hands
not
are
the
in the
double motion. It's the that one. It's you're holding him off.
But you can't have your hands in
It's
the back.
not hands in the back anymore. It's pushing
The
the back.
problem is we're having this discussion now. Is that, isn't that? Like now we don't even know ourselves.
I don't think
because
it is. It's if you do that, yes. If you do that, you're okay.
Look, I agree with you. It should be like that.
Yeah.
But half the time it's not.
It's not. I don't.
Poetic justice out of bounds on the full. Yeah, here we go with May. Done the ham hock. Petrarca.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that was a bit. There were worrying signs
Yeah.
there. I was all over Port Adelaide from a premiership match perspective. I'm like,
Petrarca with the burst through off a stoppage. 6-25 and goals. Melbourne's pressure relentless, leading to mistakes. Spargo ends up with it and goals. 6-31. The Poindexter Fritz doesn't make the distance. 6-32. The goalkeeper Guthrie 6-33. Quietly, I don't know how that bloke gets a game.
Who? Zach Guthrie.
Don't know how that bloke gets a game.
Mate, he is.
I would have delisted him halfway through the game. Said, pack your bags and leave. Halfway through the game, would have delisted him.
And we would have drafted him.
Yeah. Quarter 2. Geelong work at Wilder Selwood. Sends one deep and Stanley marks.
Yes.
Reece Stanley gets there first of the quarter. 12-32. I thought, all right, here we go.
That's
They
it,
kind of
that's it.
settled.
They
Yeah,
settled
fuck.
down.
Petrarca dropped the ball and Henderson chopped. Spargo, the little worm, gets a cheap goal. 12-38.
Was that the little snap
Yeah.
around the body? Yeah, this instant reply. Yeah.
Danger with a long one and a hold on Grind. The surfboard Waxer Myers. Grind goals 18-39.
There is one
Can't
player
stand him.
I cannot stand. This is nothing personal.
One of my mates, he had him on for 2 or more
I'll tell
because
you
he hadn't
what,
kicked a goal
mate.
in about a month. And he thought this would be the cheap game where he bobs up.
Fucking some people were saying that he's going to be,
Better than Walsh.
or like he's like
Oh, yeah.
Again. Now we're hearing the same thing.
Yeah.
my blood pressure's just going up as we speak.
How lucky is that free? Slipped over Spargo and gets a cheap one. 18-45. Loves a cheap goal.
Oh, he got kneed. He got kneed. That was
It's unlucky. I mean, it's a free
You
kick.
can't
but
go
it's-
in with him. Yeah, it was unlucky.
Nah,
It
he
was
slipped
unlucky.
over and he
over,
tried
yeah.
to like he
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
to jump. He
He's
can't
not
do
doing
anything.
You can't do
You
much
have
with
to
that.
give it, but it
That's
was
a free
unlucky.
kick. Yeah.
Correct.
How's that not ball? Gone snaps from 45 and
Mate,
bang!
what a goal, mate. What a goal.
I reckon if you tell him to do that again, maybe
What a
kick it.
goal.
Maybe he'd kick it. Maybe he would. Fuck, he's very good.
He's on fire.
Mate.
He's on fire.
If the barista is doing that, then it's game over.
Yeah, 100%.
19-51. Turn the game off. Back to gaming. Wait, is there a sniff? 31-60 at half time. Throw from Petrarca. Oliver gets it to Brown and goals, and now I can go to bed.
You know what I love
I
there?
concluded
How we
it.
read out.
I concluded it. I fucking concluded
Yeah,
it. I just said it was game over.
I love how we read out. Ha 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 ha.
I actually
Wasn't
do
it?
have it.
He read it out.
I concluded it. There was I was glancing at it, but I put the game back
I
on
did
it.
the
Like
same.
I went back to gaming, and I'm like, yeah, this is done.
I was
It was
doing
done
it.
after the
I
first
was,
goal.
I was,
that it?
I was
That was it.
finalising.
That's it.
I was
Yeah.
finalising the form for Saturday.
That was it.
Yeah.
As the journal went as quick as fucking Geelong's game.
Yeah, well, the story is, it's about both sides, isn't it? It's
It
about
is,
Melbourne,
yeah.
how well.
I think
they
it's
are.
more about how well Melbourne played than how bad Geelong were. Because
Well,
they
the knock-
made them play like that.
Remember the knock on Melbourne? Remember they went through that? Not really. It was a little bit of a mid-season lull that they had from a scoring perspective.
Yeah, they were
And they're like, fuck, how are they going to kick a win? Mate, they have just...
after the loss to GWS.
Yep.
They
They kicked into gear, didn't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was a
Teams have that. But teams have that thing. They,
You're going to
look,
have that little bit
they
of a
lost to
lull.
Adelaide, lost to Collingwood, and lost to GWS.
Yeah.
Yep.
They lost to two of the worst sides in the comp, and they had a blip against the Giants.
And
Yeah.
like a lot of premiership sides do that. They
Yeah, mate,
kind of
absolutely.
have that. Well, they're not
Absolutely.
a premiership side yet. So,
Probably better
And they're
than
going to have the extra week for May to
well,
get fit.
yeah, no, the extra
Yeah.
week will be good. I don't actually like that they're playing 2 games in a month.
Yeah. I
that
mean, it's probably
week
better. Probably
break,
full
week
freshen
break.
up. But
They'll be
I
ready
reckon
to
just
go. I don't
know.
get this break.
Well,
Because they didn't have it at the start.
They
But
didn't
who
have
So,
cares?
why do you need one?
They never needed one. What,
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago? Now you do.
Well,
It's there now.
Whatever.
It
It's
is, yeah.
there.
It's there
That's
now.
what it is.
This will work good for the doggies, man.
I think it
Because
helps.
the
this
Doggies
is an
don't
exciting
get a
grand
break.
final. It's going to be exciting.
I hope so. I think it will
this
be.
is
It'll be close.
Like me, genuinely, I can't dislike either of these teams.
Yeah, like
I love what both teams
I
are doing.
don't-
They play attractive
I don't hate
football.
them.
No, I don't hate
No, I
them.
don't-
Well,
no,
yeah.
I don't.
I don't hate them. So
No, I don't- there's
whatever
no-
happens, it's not going to annoy me. It's not like if it
Well,
was another.
Both
yeah.
teams will be worthy winners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Well,
So-
can the Dogs do it again from outside the 8?
I don't think they can. I think they can. They can definitely do it, man. They're playing. I mean, they lost the last 3 games. This is almost identical to that.
how good a coach is Luke
16.
Beveridge?
Beveridis,
Yeah.
the Greek.
Mate,
this
this
is-
is what this is. People saying, you can't go for an untried coach. Mate, that's what the majority of bloody teams do.
Yeah.
That's all the bloody
If
premiership
you get
teams
the
of the
right
last
one,
2 decades
you get the right
have got
one.
untried coaches.
You know what it used to annoy me? You know how they compare like Teague's performance to Clarkson first 50 games? Why did they pick them? Why did they pick Beveridge?
Beveridge or a Scott.
Because
or
he won in his first year, and now he's brought him back. You know
Beveridge
what I
was in
mean?
the finals in his first year and then won the premiership in
Right.
his second.
So why don't we compare them?
purely-
Why do we compare them?
It
Like,
comes down to game style, and if it suits the
Rocco.
players you have.
You can compare him to everybody, mate. If you can't coach and get results, you
You're
know
not
what?
good enough.
You know, see this door here?
Go through it. Bye bye.
Via.
Next.
He's done, mate. It's it. Finito. Clarkson's
well,
coming.
let's go next. But Saturday there was another game, Port Adelaide and the Dogs, and you're thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be a good game. This is
Do you
gonna
want a
be good
journal
game.
for this, too?
No,
Yeah.
there's a journal for this. But before you
It's,
do the
uh,
journal, I'll give you the score.
Mate.
You know it's almost identical.
Was it?
6-9-45,
Yeah.
17-14, 1-16. They had 31 scoring shots to Melbourne 30,
Yep.
right?
Wow.
And the other way was they had 15 to 12
To 12,
scoring
right.
shots the other way, you know? So it was almost identical. They almost got smashed exactly the same way. The only one person I want to mention is McRae.
Freak.
36 possessions and now holds the record for the most disposals in a season.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So,
Overtakes Tom Mitchell, does he not?
overtime.
Wow.
How many? Do you know how many disposals? Do you?
Over 800?
It's 850 or
Something,
something,
yeah.
something like that. So it's a
Jeez,
lot.
he's underrated, isn't he?
He's a very.
He's not spoken about in any media
And I
circles,
said this
mate.
before. He's not really spoken about. Like you didn't really notice him. And when they said it, I went, "Really?"
Yeah.
Like I didn't even think about him. But that's what you need. You need this
He's-
accumulator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he also can use the football.
No,
well.
he can use
like
it.
by foot.
Yeah, he's a cog in
By
that
foot.
engine. He's a cog in
I've
the
seen
gears,
he
you know?
hits like a lot of people. He just handballs it. He's not like Tom Mitchell. He's
No.
completely different. He can. He gets those 45-degree hits and he fucking
But
nails
he's
them.
still a
9
little
times
bit
out
under
of
the
10.
radar, isn't he?
Of course, but I reckon he doesn't mind it. He loves it.
No, it's good. But I'm saying he's under the radar. He didn't
Better.
notice.
Well, he's got
It's fantastic.
Bailey Smith, Bontempelli, Tom Liberatore.
Trelaw's in there as
Treloar,
well.
yeah. It takes the spotlight off him. So any one of them could just bob up and destroy you.
Question, is he their best genuine midfielder? Or is Bont?
Bond.
Bond's that.
Bont's got the star
X
factor,
factor.
doesn't he? He's got
X
the star.
factor. He's the barometer. If
Yeah.
he plays well, let's see you later.
Yeah.
He came back like Superman. You
He's,
did say it.
I love him.
You said that he was going to play.
He's
Yeah,
the real
regardless.
Italian juice.
No, no.
Yeah.
He's what we want.
Marcel
Hey, you
and
know
Boy as
who's
well.
you know who's happy?
Who?
About them winning.
Who?
This bloke over here.
Oh, our man.
Frank Lagotz.
Yeah, look at this bloke here.
So then I'll click it.
Oh, well, there he is. He's there he is.
Forza Bulldog, you're the champion. You will win for sure. Come on, Football's guy.
Yeah, you can see him.
Got a bulldog.
Go the bulldog, a Footscray. No, he doesn't call them bulldogs.
No,
The
the
Footscray.
Footscray.
He'll be, mate. There might be a discount on the couches.
On the couches, the
$5
Barocco,
million
the
for
Barocco
Footscray.
lounges are like 50% off this week. So
With
let's
your
go
Bulldogs
straight
membership.
into
The journal.
the journal.
Another one. 2.0.
yeah.
Bang.
I wonder what quarter we're going to stop here.
Quarter one. I've got some baby back ribs in the smoker.
Baby back ribs.
Let's hope this isn't like the Geelong Melbourne game. And I did write that. I did write that before we started.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't
You
have
did
been-
write that, yes.
you
You
couldn't
can
have been any
confirm
more
he did
wrong.
write that.
Bazlenka starts as he finishes. A snap from 15 metre out and goals. Norton clunks one, goes back and misses to the left, 0-7. Trelaw puts one across the face of goal, and Latham marks, snaps and goals.
Trelosh,
Zero.
mate, Trelosh.
Oh, I love when he
Trelosh.
runs. If you watch him, watch his ass and jiggles. I love him.
I never know.
He runs with his ass, he sticks it
now
out.
I've got
He
that
sticks
vision
it
in my
out.
head now.
Yeah, he gives that
Gives
one
the
too.
double
That
pump
one,
when
yeah,
he
yeah,
kicks the
yeah,
goals.
yeah. Norton flies in from the side and Marks bangs it through 0-19.
Just-
Oh God, here we go again.
Aaron Norton, have you ever seen anyone attack the ball in a contest, aerial ball like him?
Ferocious.
No, he's a good.
The
he's a good
way
player.
the way he
What is he?
contorts his body,
Yeah.
like to,
How
mate,
old is
he's
21,
incredible.
22?
He's only young, man. I'm telling you.
He's incredible.
I think there was a stat that went about him that he's kicked, how many, I think 30-something goals, and he's kicked like 99% of them from set shots.
Wow,
This year.
holy moly!
Yeah.
Wow,
Great
wow.
I
set
did
shot,
say I
man.
was 30.
Pure forward, pure forward.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
is. Rosie takes a step backwards. Walsh would never do that. Port don't want it. Reto Michanen takes a strong mark, goes back, drives it through, and 0-25. Port's apple crumble is beginning.
Nice and early.
Let me check the ribs' internal temperature. Got my probe. Got my probe. I just put it in. It's getting up there. It's going good. I do have a photo. We'll get through the
I
game.
want my
and we'll
baby
see
back,
it.
baby
Yeah.
back, baby back. Ribs.
Back rings. I love
Here
it.
we go. Porter finally woken up, or have they? The Bond, the Italian sausage, 0-31.
Yeah.
Their shit, Port. Reto wines finally, 6-32. Latham mauled by Lysette. He tackled him and he just smashed
He's
him.
a big boy,
Oh,
like
Oh,
said.
yeah. You
He's
can
a big
he
boy.
would jump on the cans. He'd delete cans for fun. Like he'd go through a slab in under an hour. 100%.
He's
Oh,
a beast.
yeah.
He's a beast.
A beautiful short pass to Boak. Boak lines up and misses to the left. I thought that's kind of a big point there because if he kicks that,
Momentum.
the crowd too, because
That's right.
you know after the Wines goal,
But did he kick it?
Nah, still
like
shit.
it.
I got LeMayo Dixon. This bloke is just a better version of Casbolt.
Exactly, man.
Gray with a chase down tackle in the forward pocket, out of bounds on the full. Unlike him, and that's when you know it's not their night. Calling it off that. Bazlenka with a snap and sends it through 7-38.
Ball went fucking up into the stratosphere, mate.
The
Thumped
deafening silence rings around
Bad.
Adelaide Oval. Trelaw to Hannon, bang, Butzers to Port, 7-44, game over. That's all right, we've still got quarter two. Ribs going well. About to go into the foil for 2 hours, so you take them out after an hour.
And just keep him in there.
No, take them out, come back again. Then you get the foil out, you put them in the foil, then you put them back in for 2 hours, and that's when the emulsification happens
Nice.
of all the beautiful spices.
It's all an
Yeah.
explosion of flavour.
Fuck. It's in the smoker. It's
In the smoker.
I like it. I like it.
We should do cooking with the
Man.
JP one
I'm telling
day.
you, man, I'm starting to get hungry here.
Levi Dixon misses to the right, 8-44. Houston gets a cheap 50 and goals, 14-44. Hannon bursts through, is delivered to the top of the square, and the mullet. Norton, bang, 14-50.
Another bullet, yeah.
Shaki from the pocket online and misses 14-51. Shaki again, same spot, same result.
Shankado.
14-52. Could have done the MLC Super Funds.
Yeah.
Oh, Trelaw shows some skin. You know when he got like the jumper got taken off.
Take the jumper off,
tackle.
yeah, yeah.
Settle.
He kept it off for a while.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Kept it off for a while.
North Smith, Jojo snaps one. Goals 14-60. Let's go check the ball. Another CC down. And then goals over the top 14-66. Training drill type stuff here. I'm done. Riley Bonner gets from 50 goals from 50. Still no chance. 21 to 66. Shacky handballs. And who's this bloke? Rourke Smith goals.
Oh my God! From like 10 meters out.
Who's
Who's he?
I didn't know. I'm like, who's this bloke?
Has he got a hyphen?
Yeah,
I think he's got a hyphen.
The hyphen.
Latham to the Italian sausage. Bontempelli. 21
That was
to
a
80.
beautiful goal. Don't get
That's Aurora.
Everyone just lives
On the
45 on the run.
When he does that, Bond, I get a bit.
He's like,
I
he's
get
so
jittery.
great. Like
Yeah.
it just flows beautifully.
I get
like,
jittery when
Great player.
when he's on the run and
Oh.
22 to 80 at half time. I'm going to spend the rest of my night with the missus. Good night and sayonara.
That was
Fucking, I'll
it.
tell you what, the ribs.
But
are
Mars, Port
fantastic.
Adelaide were the favourites.
yeah.
Was.
That's the journal. That's done there.
Yeah, no, that's it. So you really did like
A game.
one game,
yeah.
because really half, yeah. I'm telling you,
Okay, you want to waste of time? Good night.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
my
bad.
God.
That's worse than a Geelong. They were just.
They are.
And they were at home as
Port
well.
Adelaide,
Bunch of
right?
cats.
And if Adrian's watching, our close mate, I kept saying all year, after last year when Port didn't win that preliminary final at home at Adelaide Oval against Richmond,
Had
that's when
everything.
I knew they were a bunch of cats.
Yeah.
And I
Had
said to him
everything.
this year, I kept saying to him, I go, there's something. They're playing good footy. You got to respect them, but there's just something about them. I said, if they cannot win this game with the outs that the Bulldogs have at home crowd, they don't have any
Weeks
injuries. Mate,
Yeah, they got-
what a bunch of milk
at
drinkers.
half time.
Seriously.
At half time, I think that was 77 points or something at half time. They conceded.
21 to 80 it was.
So that was their fifth highest score they conceded for the whole year. Half time.
Oh, wow.
score.
Wow.
yeah.
And it was at half time.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So
Man.
they got absolutely smashed. There was nothing like them. And I actually watched the press conference afterwards.
Would you say their win was more impressive, the Bulldogs and Melbourne?
Yes,
because it was
absolutely.
at Port Adelaide. In
Absolutely.
Adelaide.
Absolutely.
The way
Yep.
they dismantled them in in the first quarter, the game was over. It
See,
was
where
done.
they were the third quarter, but by half time.
Yeah, that was that. They could put the
Even
queue in the
halfway through
rack.
that second quarter,
They could put the queue in the rack
They
just
pretty much did, yeah.
and just like get a goal or two just every now and then. When they
I've
kick
never
one.
seen a
But you know-
team capitulate like
Nah,
that
bad.
at a home final
Bad.
for a long time.
Bad.
Long
We'll
time.
go over some stats later. Some of those players really should not have shown up.
I mean, Wines was
What
huge
the
as it's been all year.
Just
but-
Connor Rosie.
Disgraceful.
He was in what was he? Fucking locked in isolation.
and I
or
saw him take a
something?
backward step.
That's
I'm
one
like,
from Josh there, Josh Cleverly. Sent me that one. Is Connor Rosie still in isolation?
Well, listen, I had a little bit of inside word.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that
Oh,
Port
from-
Adelaide
Oh, yeah.
got caught cheating.
What do you
"Oh,
mean?
did they?
Yeah.
Got caught
So
cheating.
we'll have a look at that photo here.
Did they?
Yeah, just
Where?
everyone have a look at this photo. They got caught cheating.
Now, I do a great impression of Mr. B.
Let's
I
see
do
how-
okay. This was Port Adelaide after the game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right, man.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. I mean, there's not much more to say, man.
And this was them. You know how he puts his teddy to sleep. This was grab the Cuda doll. This is how he puts his teddy to sleep. This was me after the game. Ready? Hold on.
That's what they did that's what the doggies did to him. At the start of the game, didn't he? Just put him to sleep. They did not come. How can you be so? And you should have seen. Like I don't know if you watched the press conference with the coach there. He was annoyed.
Hinkley?
Yeah,
Of course he would be.
have belted him in the rooms after.
yeah. He was annoyed and he was like upset at the questions and he just.
Oh,
didn't
well,
wanna
he's
be-
ropeable, mate.
Nah,
they
nah,
had
don't
mate, every Port Adelaide had every conceivable chance and every conceivable factor in their favour to win
Well,
that
last year
game,
they
and they
finished-
lost.
They were in the
Top four.
top four. They got to preliminary.
That,
last
mate, that's
the
what I was
same-
saying last
same
year. It was
stage.
the exact same setup. They had Richmond at Adelaide Oval with the home fans, and they couldn't
They
win.
just lost to that. Yeah.
They can't
Yeah.
get it done.
Nah.
They're not good enough.
You know what? stuff them.
Good.
I really don't give a
I'm happy
shit.
that it's an all Melbourne final.
No, it's good. It's going to be interesting. And as I said, both teams are deserved winners.
Well, if
whoever
you're there,
wins.
yeah, you're. Whoever wins is.
So, and it's by the looks of it, the way these
Will be an
preliminaries
exciting
finish,
game.
Yeah.
mate, this is like they're even. They're coming in both good forms. They smashed the last side, you know.
Intriguing.
You know, like the Doggies have got that experience because they did it 5 years ago. Melbourne, you know, they finished on top of the ladder, so they're the favourites really because of the way they play. But now,
Don't forget the Doggies did a number on them
yes,
last time they played
that's
at,
right.
at the G. So
that's right. And they're again the Doggies.
I think they match up well against Melbourne.
They do.
They're stylistically
they'll
the
get
match
Keith
up.
back
Correct.
as well.
I wonder how
And
they
they-
match
they've-
up with May and Lever, what they do down there.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how they match up on the Bulldogs
How good
forwards
is
because they got to
I know May's good. But
Lever.
how good Lever?
Yeah.
Well, now the question is, for Western Bulldogs, you got two blokes who have to come back in.
Yeah.
Waitman
Yeah, that's right.
and Keith.
Yeah.
Who's going to have the heartbreak
That's
of
right.
me? These
I
are.
think Waitman comes back in for that Rourke Smith, does he
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the heartbreaking
I think
that's-
decision
I
a
think
coach
it
has to
I
make,
think that's what's
isn't
going
it?
to happen, yeah.
And the other one, well,
We don't know.
oh
We don't know.
well, who's down back for him? You got who played down back for the Bulldogs?
I don't
last
even know.
night?
I can't remember.
You know, I feel sorry for
Who?
Jones.
Nathan Jones.
Yeah. Spent all this. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
but
I'm
this
gonna
is
go,
kind
but
of
spent his
the-
whole life, you
Yeah, I
know,
know.
playing and did the hard yards
Well,
and all that.
This is
and-
kind of the same thing with like a Murphy thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you just throw him in there as a medical sub?
No.
I reckon they. If
No.
Melbourne are ruthless enough,
No, they won't.
They
mate.
won't
They're
do
not
it.
gonna- mate,
You can't.
They
Yeah.
are not going to compromise a premiership just for one player, mate.
yeah.
Regardless
if
of
they're
who
ruthless
it is.
enough, if I see
You
a
have
medical
to be.
sub, well then
You have to be, and this is what was the problem with Murphy in that,
That's
mate,
what I mean.
playing him, we weren't ruthless enough. And you have to be. It's about the whole
Team.
club.
it's not about an individual; it's
Yeah.
about a club. So
There is no way the Melbourne Football Club.
I don't
will
think
miss
they'll
selection
play.
integrity for that.
I don't think they will play him.
No way.
They might play him as a medical sub.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Nah.
No way.
They won't. They won't. If he's not good enough to be in the side, why should he just be made because it's a grand final?
You can't,
know what I
man.
mean?
You've got to be ruthless,
I
man.
agree.
Don't give an even sucker a break, man.
Stranger things happen.
Oh, we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting. Anyway, next week there is a bye. So,
Yes.
and the grand final's the week after, but
It is
not for
indeed.
us. Not for us. Next week
Brownlow.
we've got the Brownlow and
Yep.
the grand final lead-up show next week. So
Huge.
it's going to be a huge show.
Massive.
Huge show.
And that's it for the show today.
That's
guys.
it. That's it. But what we're going to do is we're going to Rocco's rant.
Oh, it's
But-
cool. Wow, okay.
Yeah, we'll go straight away because. But what we'll do is have a look at this commercial because this kind of leads into the
Okay,
Rocco's
yep.
rant.
All right.
Good commercial. That I like that
it.
one.
Very,
man. I like
very
that.
touching.
I like it. Into
Yeah.
it. So we'll go into a little bit of a rant, and then we'll
Okay.
go into this. Leads us nicely into what's happening at Calm this
Okay.
week.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
so-
Here we go.
So I've just written something down that some thoughts in my head during the week. So I've got another little thing I've written down. So here we go. I'll start it like this. I remember when I was a kid. All 6 games were played on a Saturday afternoon, and you'd either go to the game or you listen to it on the radio.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you were lucky enough, you got to see a glimpse of your stars that night on footy. I think it was league footy, you know, and used to get to see. And if you were lucky enough, they would play your game as the feature game, the half an hour feature game, you know. And at half time or at the end of the game, you'd go outside for a kick. Yeah? And you kick the ball, Jessalyn, go you beauty! And you go back in, you know. The other day, my son sent me a message. And he didn't talk about like Sam Walsh. You know, fuck yeah! Instead, he asked me, why doesn't anyone want to coach Carlton? How many people are on the board? He's 16 years old. Carlton, you should be ashamed of yourself. My nephew wrote a story for school. He's 6 years old. And it was titled, Football Brings Australia Together. And while he was showing me, he asked me, Zil Rock, are we going to be in the grand final? And I said, nah, mate, maybe next year. He said, my friend said we'll never make the grand final because we haven't got a coach. Did I mention my nephew's 6 years old? Can't. You should be ashamed of yourself. When I was 6 years old, I didn't know who the president was. I didn't know who was on the board, the CEO, directors of football, chairman of selectors. All I knew was the Dominator, Harmsy, Hunter, Bazasto. That's all I knew. You know? See, we didn't need to know the people behind the scenes because they were just like us. They would sing the song loud and proud. We're the team that never lets you down. Can't. You should be ashamed of yourself. See, a football team is like a family. The fans are the kids, the players, well, they're like our pets. They amuse us, you know? And the people in charge are like the parents. They make sure everything runs smoothly. See, that's their job. See, my kids, they never knew who I banked with, who was the accountant, where I got my money. They didn't need to know that. They didn't need to know. They didn't need to know the time I borrowed $20 so I could buy milk for my kids. They didn't know that every time I used to go to the letterbox, I used to hate it because I was worried what was I going to find in there. You know what I mean? Because it's never about me. It was always about my family. Can't. You should be ashamed of yourself. See, the other day, a couple of friends of mine, they were arguing about who should be president. And they were asking, who's that lady? What's her name? The one on the board. No mention of Sam Walsh winning the Brownlows or Big H winning the Coleman. It seems these days everyone is more concerned about the off-field than the on-field. See, that's like if my kids were more concerned about the interest rates than the picnic we were about to go to. See, it's my job to make sure that everything runs smoothly. I'm like the planet Jupiter. I absorb all the meteorites coming past and I protect the earth. I take the hits. I take the punishment because I love my family and that's what you do for your family. Can't, you should be ashamed of yourself. And all to you and to all that are in charge, come at me, prove me wrong, prove that you care. Carlton, you've turned something that I used to turn to forget about my problems to something that makes me remember my problems. Carlton, you should be ashamed of yourself.
And that's that. Touching Rocco's rant, that very heartfelt.
Well, it's again,
Well,
it's one of those things is that
the questions begin to be asked of these people governing when things are not going well. It's like politics.
Of course.
Yeah. When everything is going smoothly in society,
Yeah,
we don't
like
care
that.
who's
Don't
behind it
question.
because everything's going smoothly. But when things are going wrong,
Yeah.
we're like, who do we? What? Why? Who's there? Who's that?
Trying
What's
to
going
find
on?
answers.
Why are you trying to do it? Why are you making this decision? These are valid, valid
They're
questions.
valid.
of
And the
board.
way, what I was saying
and
too
the
was,
club and the executives and all
well,
of them.
what I was saying too was, as the leaders of the club, and
Yes.
this is all the leaders.
Yes.
At the moment, doesn't matter who's in, who's out, doesn't matter. To all the leaders.
Yep.
Are they protecting the fan base? They're doing everything they can
No.
to make sure
No.
Not at this present
that this
time.
club
No, they're
is
not.
running smoothly.
They're not.
Like, again, they're bringing out their dirty laundry a lot of times, right? And we're taking all that, you know what I mean? Like, again, like with my kids, I never let them worry about anything. Everything was running always smoothly for them. I was doing everything I can to make sure that this ran properly. I don't feel like they're doing that. I don't feel
No,
like
well,
they're
the
doing
results speak for themselves, don't
20
they? Really?
years.
Yeah.
20
it's-
years
And
the
how long have
results
we not
speak.
been in the finals
20.
since 2013? So it's a very, very. Is this the longest period we have not made finals as a football club?
Yeah, now it is.
It is, isn't it? I think
Yep,
it is.
26. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It used to be 23.
23.
It's 26 now.
No, I'm saying
No,
not grand final,
not
not
grand
one
finals.
Making the finals.
Oh,
I think
no,
this
I
is the
don't-
longest period
I
that
don't
we haven't
think
made
it-
finals.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
But I think it would.
I don't
If
know.
it's,
I don't know.
I think it's because of remember how we got in because of 9th. So if you take that out, it's
Okay,
the
well, yeah.
longest.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. I brought that up like a
Okay,
couple
all right.
of
Yeah,
weeks
fair
ago.
enough. Yeah,
If
fair
that's
enough.
the case-
Fair enough.
Well, we
If
made
yes-
it by default, yeah.
We made it by
So we
default.
didn't earn our spot.
No,
we didn't.
no,
We
no.
got gifted and we
Yeah.
beat.
Well, we didn't cheat.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But they did cheat.
Yeah. But anyway, it's been too long.
It's been a long time.
It's been way
It's
too
not
long.
good enough. It's
8
simply
years
not good enough.
becoming now 9.
But you got to start from now.
Well, yeah, and I've always said that. Look forward. You know, you got to look ahead, right? So, what are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? But we've been saying that.
Going to be the coach next year.
Well, all right, let's go
Bring
this
this
week
card
in
out.
Carlton. That's what that's led into. And the first thing I got written down is the coach. What's the word on the coach?
Al
Is
Clarkson
there
will-
anything?
Al Clarkson will be the coach.
So you believe that?
No, I believe it. I know it. He'll be the coach.
You know it.
Yeah, he'll be the coach.
All right. I hope you're
I've
right.
already done the research. I've already dotted all the I's, crossed all the T's, done all
I
the
hope he's
checks.
right, man. Because that's her name. Because I was
Just like
saying
everyone told us going to be fucking Ross Lyon.
Yeah, I know.
He'll be the coach.
that's right. So,
So you can only hope.
yeah, you
He
can
will be
only
the
hope.
coach.
But
I've been open all year.
if he's not,
Well,
what's
it's not.
left, mate?
Well, he is.
What's left?
He is.
Until he signs that paper, he's
has.
a bananas. That's what
He
he
has.
is.
He hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Until he signs it.
He signed it.
Until I see him in blue and white.
You're trying to wish it over
Yeah,
a lot.
he's hoodwinking us.
He's hoodwinking us.
We don't fall for that
Who's-
shit.
I'll speak to you, but you've been sensible here. Who's next?
It's Brad Scott. Or you can go the novice again and
Well, then we've got no choice to go to novice.
or you got
No.
Don Pike.
It's Don Pike.
Is it Fig or is it
It's
not?
Clarkson.
If it's Clarkson, it's Don Pike, you
Clarkson will be
reckon?
the coach.
And if it's not,
Clarkson will be the coach.
all right. All right. So he's put himself on the line there.
He said it in the fucking in the coaching stakes. Fucking he had fucking Ross Lyon.
Ross Lyon had a hit.
He's jinxing at this prick.
You said Clarkson,
Stop
he
jinxing
didn't
it.
go anymore. Said
All-
Ross Lyon, he didn't go anymore.
Everything.
Wait
I have
up,
received-
there's another
Pike.
protest.
Don Pike
There's
looks
been
like going
drugs
for another job
administered.
because he's mentioned Don Pike. Let's hope. Hey,
Things
listen.
the Ross Lyon stuff was hot, but obviously things.
I never believed him. I never.
There
you
were
know
things.
that.
There were mitigating circumstances.
You know I never
there.
believed
Believe who?
Ross
Ross
Lyon
Lyon.
was
There,
going to be
there were
the coach. I
mitigate. There
never
were
believed it.
circumstances
I
there that
remember he was
occurred.
saying everything right on TV.
Yeah,
and
but how
everything.
long have we been saying it off air as well? That
That's
we
right.
still believe.
Stressless.
It was
Clarkson.
Clarkson. Yeah, I still
Stressless.
believe it's Clarkson too.
Me too.
I
but
still believe there's
if he
something
doesn't,
happening there.
if he isn't the coach, I'm actually I don't care if
I know you
I
like
don't
him.
care who it is. I actually don't care anymore. I actually, you know what? I don't
just
care.
want someone.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I know.
All I want
I
to see
do.
is on-field performance
Yeah.
and the players to play for the coach,
Listen,
for everyone.
At the end of the day,
It
I
doesn't
said
matter.
that you can get
You
Jesus.
could get Clarkson. They could turn to absolute
No,
dog
and
shit again.
you could get Jesus Christ himself
Yeah.
there. I'm telling you now, unless the whole
matter.
system
It actually doesn't matter. I don't
fixes
care.
up and works together,
Yeah.
we're not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
I've succumbed and I've just come to the realization that I just
have you
go,
given up?
I don't care.
Almost given up.
If we're caring too much now, I think it's just we're creating this shit.
Well, that's what my rant was about. See the things we are worried about. We should, even Collingwood, just fixed everything up. No one's talking about him anymore.
No one cares.
And they're worried about now the draft where we got this drama, we've got these
Well,
days
no,
of our
by what, the
lives.
end of the week,
Brian Cook, new CEO.
Well, he was the other one we
But
were going to talk
we
about.
should never be worrying about this as a fan base.
But that was the rant.
I
We
know.
should not be worrying
I
about
know.
this shit. And this is the problem.
I
And
know.
the problem is,
Correct.
like, we're older now and we kind of do this. So we kind of, it's
we
always
like to
in our
delve
face.
into
It's in our
this
face.
stuff. We
But
like
the
to
younger
see.
kids are asking me the same
Yeah.
sort of
Who's
question.
our coach? I don't know.
But they're asking about the board.
Board. Oh man, I never knew
I
about
didn't
the
even
board.
know there was a board.
When I was 15, I never thought about the board.
I know. Well, talk about the new CEO. We did get rid of one.
And
Voldemort.
did you see that video I sent? Can we put that up? Yeah, let's put that up. Just see what that. Yeah, Tommy and I outed him, and we were like, mate, he's got to go. He had to go.
But can I just say something about that? Yes. It was a 101 bet there. $1
Oh, dollar
bet.
one. Yeah. Oh, well, sometimes you got to bet on the sure things.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
life.
that was a sure fig bet. There was
It
nothing,
was never gonna
nothing
be
new about that one there. He was
We
going
had
to
to
go
go
Between
from...
him and MLG, they're both frauds.
Man, and if it wasn't guaranteed, that press conference, like, that was doomed.
Oh,
you
yeah.
could see
Oh,
it
you
in
knew
it.
straight away.
You never know what he
Well,
is.
we
Talking
was it? I
shit.
think Rash was saying. I think he did the blue, the people of blue
Carlton.
broad people,
Yeah.
Carlton people,
Calm
blue
people,
broad-
yeah.
And he was saying, mate, bro, the
Oh.
body language. Oh my
That was
god,
bad.
he was a ghost.
Bad. Him
Well, we
drinking
said
the
it
water.
when he was doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you know. If you don't know, you...
Look, the
Oh,
way
well, mate, he tried to usurp.
they got
us.
rid of him, but
Oh, look, look.
It
He
was
did,
a
he
right
did do
thing to-
some. He did some good things
Yeah,
financially and all that.
Yeah, he
fair
did a
enough.
great job with the Carlton name. I could have done the same thing. It's like going
Exactly.
to Ferrari and doing, oh, here you go. Let me get a sponsorship deal. You know, let me go to the F1 team and go, oh, yeah, we're just Ferrari. I could have done the same thing.
at,
I could
at
have
the end
gone
of
and
the
pulled
day,
out the best
at
sponsors.
the end of the day, you're right, man, because
We're not North Melbourne.
nah, you still got a big name.
You got the name.
You still
The
got a big
name's
name.
there.
It's very
the
easy.
the name carries weight.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says.
It's going to take a lot of
Oh,
years
yeah,
to
he
lose
did
that
this.
weight.
Yeah, he did that. Nah, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I can do that. I can do
That's
the
it.
same thing, if not better.
Reto Cook.
Yeah.
All I've got to say
Hopefully
is,
brings
Bart,
them all in.
The board, whatever,
Whatever.
they
you
did
cleared
the right thing to get rid of
historical
him.
debt. Bravo.
They did they did a good thing to get rid of him, but they did hang him out, mate. They hung
Have
him
you
out.
ever met a fan base that actually cheers home historical debt eradication?
No?
We've got nothing else to bloody.
I've
cheer
never
about.
seen a fan
No.
base cheer home like.
You see it in the comments. Oh, he did a great job. He got rid of our debt.
Who cares?
Like you care. It doesn't
Nothing,
affect you.
Nothing. We could be
It
bright.
doesn't
and
affect
it won't make a
you. It
difference.
doesn't affect you?
Nah.
No. Does
No.
it affect you going to watch them play football? No.
Well,
You
this
pay
is another-
their wages anyway.
Well, this is another thing I was saying before. Why do we need to know that? Just
don't
do
care.
what you got to do. It's like my son going, "Oh, what's the interest rate this week?"
What do they say?
Like, what's it to you?
people-
Have you got food?
I see.
Shut up now.
I see people commenting, "Oh, we did it the non-traditional way." Shut up, dickhead. We still got pokies. We still got pokey money. Don't tell me we don't have pokey money.
Double
Come
pumping
on, bro.
money, man.
Come on,
I
bro.
still don't believe that
Piss
membership.
off.
I still don't believe what all of a sudden in 2 years because of our membership we took off $10 million. Shut up,
Oh, well,
mate. They were pumping money in there, which is good on them. Thank you very
Probably
much.
back
Now,
in
see
debt
you later.
because of all the fucking player wages we have.
Hey, Cook, is he coming?
well, yeah. I would assume he's the name that.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah,
I'll
he's in.
I'll
He's
confirm
in.
it.
He's
I'll
in.
confirm it. I'll just say yeah.
Yeah, he's in. Can you smell what
think
the
so.
Blues are cooked in?
Yeah. No, he's
Oh.
yeah. Well, that's right.
Proper football CEO of a proper
Yeah.
football club,
Yeah, well, hopefully.
and he's
hopefully.
not going to be part of list management.
Yeah, and
Nor
this,
is he going to be offering players an extra $100,000 on top of their.
But this is the thing: too many jobs given to like one person.
Should have one job. That's it. See you
So
later.
that was never going to work, you know. So he's definitely in. So
Well, why hire people in the role then if you're not going to entrust them to do that job?
which job?
No, just all of it, like Little
But
trying
you-
to usurp sauce and then this and that.
But
and
you
blah,
can
blah, blah.
only do one role, man.
What do I
It's
say?
Like you're in
Or
a.
was that his?
Well,
was
in the
that his
PPI, Pommy and I, we went back to the press conference or the announcement of Kane Little being put in as the CEO of Carlton, and his role was all the marketing, sponsorship, the finances, all that sort
How
of
can
stuff,
you do
right?
all that?
And then
One
all of a
person.
sudden, it was all about TPP, list management, blah blah blah. What?
But how
Where'd
can
that
you,
come from?
But how can you do that as one person? How?
The list
How?
manager manages the list.
What about when you go to your job at work? Are you like a manager? You're the CEO. you doing this. You gotta do one thing at a
that's
time.
like you.
Yeah, mop the floor.
Yeah,
That's like
you're
you.
cleaning shit.
I'm your
Oh,
fucking.
now I'm back to. I'll drive the train now in one
I'm the
second.
C-
Oh yeah. Woo.
I'm the
Let me just clean
CEO.
this up.
I'm the CEO of Metro Trains, and I'll tell you, Rocco. That's sorry, mate. That's not how you do your job.
That's right.
Beg your pardon?
That's
I've been
right.
doing this for fucking 15, 20, 30
That's
years.
what I mean.
Excuse
It's
me?
like,
Excuse me?
And this is the problem, yeah.
how can you
So I
have
don't
all
know.
these jobs?
Nah, ridiculous.
COVID though.
But you got to be smart.
Well, that's the excuse. That's the excuse for everything.
So,
now.
yeah.
So, just quickly,
big week coming up.
Yeah, big
couple
week.
of
Well,
weeks for
the
club.
EGM.
Huge. Yeah, what's going on there? Any updates?
wow, they've got until Friday to announce
When
the
it is.
date. So they have to do it. They have to do it.
We wait in angst.
Yeah, well, they have to do it. They still haven't given a date. So
See what happens.
yeah, no, there's no see what happens. They have to give the date, and then after that, that's when the members will vote if they want, they want or if they want it to go to the members to go to a vote.
Yeah.
So that's
I
what
don't know.
happens
I'm not well versed in this thing, so I don't really.
I don't think most of it. That's all you got to know.
I don't really have an opinion on it.
I'm not fast.
My opinion
Yeah,
is
so
that.
it's
like-
My opinion is
People getting
Clarkson.
stressed out.
No,
this
they
and
get stressed
that,
out. Let it
blah, blah,
happen,
blah.
and
They
then
get stressed
see.
out
And then you
for,
know
man.
what? You pay your membership.
That's it.
If you want to vote, you vote. If
vote.
you don't want to vote,
It's like when you're an Australian citizen, you vote.
well, the difference with the
But you
Australian
gotta vote.
citizen, you
You
have to
have
vote.
to vote.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
you cop a fucking fine.
Well, here you don't. If
But yeah,
100 people go in
That's
there
right.
and 51 people vote,
That's right.
it's as far. So
Majority
people can
rules.
say whatever they want. They're gonna have, right, their opportunity
Well,
to have a say.
All the
And if you
supporters,
don't,
everyone,
I don't wanna hear you
everyone,
talk.
speaks the opinions and all that. So now you have the chance
There are
to vote.
There are one or
So-
two things I've seen on Twitter and Facebook of people who who could potentially put up a ticket or something like that, and I just looked at it and I just said to myself, "You have got to be fucking kidding me!"
Yeah, but you know what, Paul? That's their right. See, that's what
No,
you
I
don't
know,
get.
I know
That's
it's their
their right.
right,
You
but-
can say whatever you want about people putting up tickets and that, but anyone, so you can, Jump a Bunch can go and put up a ticket.
No.
It's your,
But yeah.
No, I can't even do this. I'm going to do that. But what I'm saying
that's
is,
the
it's
saying.
your
The saying
right.
is-
Well,
to
if
do
you're out of
whatever
your
you
depth,
want.
if you're out of your depth, you'll be exposed. Simple as that.
What's
easy.
the saying? Who
It's easy.
Simple as
who
that.
dare rule the city if you can't rule your home?
That's right.
That's a good saying,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Exactly.
Who
You'll be
dare rule the
exposed.
city if you can't
If-
rule your home?
if-
And that's most
I love
people.
that saying. I love it. It's
That's
brilliant.
most people.
Correct.
They can't even
brilliant.
take care of their home, and they're going to
That's
try
brilliant.
to take care of
That's
something.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
look, it's
Whatever.
Oh, look, it's a very interesting
Actually,
time for the club, and look, at the end of the day, it's you just hope that it's all for the betterment of the football club, and that's
It
what you
has
just
to be
hope
for the betterment.
Well, you'd hope so. You
No,
hope so.
No, it has to be. Because for the last 20 years, they've been skiv. You know what the
No.
word skiv is?
That's not it. That's
Right?
being nice.
At the last 20 years, it's been fucking skiv.
That's being nice, really.
Right. So, it is for the benefit of the club. Right? Because, or else you're just doing the same thing you're doing every single time.
I will say though, if this president locks away Cook and Clark, Clarkson's already locked away.
Yeah, it's going to
If
go
he
on
locks
big
away
Well, if he
way.
gets it, he stays
What-
in, doesn't he? It's as
What
simple as
he
that.
has, I will say, my personal opinion is, I think he's made a fantastic start to the tenure by just cleaning the shit out.
I reckon he's done skiv.
No. I think if
What's
he
he
locks
done?
away Cook and Clark,
What's he done?
I reckon
You know
it's
what?
huge.
What's he done?
I
I
could've
reckon he's
done the
delivered
same.
on
What's
his
he
word.
done?
He's delivered on
What's
his
he
word
done?
from the first bit.
What's he done?
He said, "This is the review. These are
Yeah.
the decisions we've made," and he's made the
What's
decisions.
what's he
leading it.
done? That you couldn't have done. What's he done?
He's lived up to his word.
What did he do?
He said he's going to get rid
What
of
did
this,
he do?
this,
Who
and
did
he's
he get
done
rid of?
it. Kane Little's gone.
Yeah, so
The
we
other
would
guys
have
are
done
gone.
that. That's
Well,
the
not
ridiculous
really.
thing. Come on,
No,
man.
no.
Kane Little.
I think he's done a good
No,
job.
Kane
thus
Little.
far.
Everyone would have got rid of him because the whole year everyone's been talking about Kane Little. So forget about Kane Little. What else has he done?
He's delivered on his
What?
word.
Which one?
He said, "This is what we're going to do."
And
He
what have
started
they
to use
done?
we.
Oh, you still haven't explained what they've done.
They've got rid of Kane Little. They're going to get Brian Cook.
Forget
in.
about
They're gonna
Kane
get-
Little. I don't want to hear his name anymore. He was going to go. What
Was he?
else has he done? What, the board members? Judd was leaving. Pratt was leaving. The other one was leaving.
Yeah.
So he's
So
done
got all
nothing.
he's done all these
He's done
other guys
zero.
there. And
He's done
also-
zero.
he
He's done
also-
exactly what he has
He
to do.
also said that he went against the current people on the board, saying that they didn't want to get rid of, or they didn't want to expose the review, and he said, no, the fans deserve it.
What did he expose? He gave you what he just gave you just something to shut you up. Don't be fooled by this.
I've liked his start.
Mate, he's done nothing, man. He's done.
I've liked
He's
his start.
done exactly neutral. This is what the starting point is. You're doing. You know what you're doing?
like
You're
when you
doing
go-
a Cribs job. Blow wind up his ass for his
I've-
25 possessions.
I've liked the
Listen
start
to
he's
me.
made.
I want to
When-
see action.
when-
What's he done?
when
He's
somebody
done.
new-
action in.
When somebody new comes in, naturally you're going to get rid of people.
Oh,
Naturally.
not all the time.
Yes.
Not all the time.
Mate, the stuff he
Not
had to
all
go
the
rid
time.
of, he was already done. You can
Well,
say
Brad
whatever
Lloyd's
you
still
want.
there.
Well, that happened. Yeah, he'll be gone.
No,
Brad
I've
Lloyd.
been told he's
Yeah.
staying. He's staying.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's staying.
We'll see.
Well, look, I
We'll see.
don't mind this. Whatever you want to
I
call it,
think
this.
he's-
I
AGM
hope
thing.
he becomes a star. I think he becomes
I like
the
it.
Jack
he will.
Elliott of the thing.
I think
But
he
at
will.
the start now, he has done nothing to show me that he's this.
If
Well,
he-
he hasn't really had time, has he?
If he gets
Now he hasn't had time.
Well, he hasn't.
He's been there 9 years, mate.
No,
Yeah.
so well, yeah, but this is the thing, right? Now, this is the thing. This is what people don't understand about boards, right?
All right, let's.
This is what people don't understand
Now, and then
about
after
boards,
that,
right?
explain to me any board you've been
You can
on.
be right. You
Yeah.
can be on a board for 7, 8, 9 years,
Yeah.
right? But if you are not the main man, you're not even. You don't.
He
have
was
a
in
say.
his back pocket,
Was he?
mate. They're best mates.
Are they?
Listen to me. Stop being
him and
hoodwinked. They're
MLG.
best mates,
Are they?
mate.
Him and
How do you
MLG?
think he's put him in there? Who do you think put him in there? He's been
MLG.
in his back pocket
Maybe,
the
I don't
whole
know.
time.
Maybe he has
And
been.
if you're telling me there's someone on the board who has a vote, right?
Yes.
Stands for what's happened in the last 10 years, stands for it.
Maybe he
and
doesn't.
didn't he?
I don't know.
And so he just stays there like a banana. Then he's not a leader he should have been.
Maybe I don't know. I think his mindset at the moment and the way he's.
Show me.
I think what he's
Show
done.
me.
He's
Well,
got
Show me more than your
You know,
25
his
possessions.
background. I think his background
Yeah.
is more the entrepreneurial.
I don't care about his
and-
background.
No,
I
do.
don't care.
I do.
I don't care.
I
Matheson's
care.
background is
I care
great too,
about
and
it
he's
as
a
well.
big banana.
Yeah, but
too,
see,
that
it's
bloke.
not.
You're
It's
going to
not.
attract that though. You're
That's-
going
I
to attract
agree.
big figures like that.
I agree.
I agree.
But
But
until
don't start
you know what I
blowing
want to
wind
say.
up his ass.
I want to. I haven't said anything
Nah,
about this
you've been
bloke
good.
yet. I've reserved judgment, like I did with Teague. In my head, I just knew.
Come
I-
at me, Sayers.
right
I want you
now-
to answer my question.
Right now, it's honeymoon period. I want to
Yeah,
see if he
exactly.
gets cook. I
Is
wanna
it
see-
honeymoon period?
Yeah.
Well, right now, because he's just clearing out everything. Now it's
Yeah.
on his accord. Now everything's on his accord.
Yeah.
He's got his chance now. Let's see if he can get Cook. If he can get Clarkson.
Yeah. Oh, they'll
If
go
he
big
gets-
way.
if he-
That'll
So
go a
if he
big
gets
way.
if he gets
If he
that,
gets Cook,
It still
will
doesn't fix
will
everything.
your tone change a little bit?
No. No, it won't. It won't. Because doing that. So what if he offers him like $10 million a year
Probably
to go?
will.
So he's got him because he's paid him the money.
Oh, you got to pay him.
Right. So that's how he's
Can't
got him.
always do that.
He's got him. But to me, right, by getting him that way isn't the way to fix the club because
no, it's not really.
you know what's
but-
funny?
yeah, no, but
you know what's
need-
funny? 6 months ago, the whole thing had to be cleaned out, right? Now,
Yeah.
nothing's been cleaned out. There's still exactly the same people there. Exactly.
Well, whether it's forced change, well, it's obviously been. I don't know if it's forced change. I mean, naturally, like Judd's gone, Pratt's gone. Who else? Who else came off? Did someone else come off? Who else came off?
Judd,
Oh, that other guy, the urban.
Pratt, and some other.
no, there was some other guy.
person.
There was some other guy.
But again, they were always going.
Were they leaving or were they told to leave?
I don't
Well,
know.
Judd
Well, they're
looked
gone.
like-
Judd
They're
was
gone.
gone.
Judd looked
On
like
his
he
own.
was
Well, the
hanging
question
around.
is now
checked
is
out
I
last year.
I think Janine Pratt, she's like 180 years old, so she's
she's-
not going to hang around no more. So
No,
she
well,
was gone.
she's-
And the other one was either
She left her
forced or...
surplus.
He was an
package
urban.
or-
Some other urban developer was on there, and he's gone.
Well, he
as
would have
well,
been
right?
friend of MLG. Because
Something
of
like-
property developing.
He had
He's just
something
got
to
his-
do with the new
he's just
facility.
got his
Whatever
mates
it may
back in
have
now.
been. Whatever it may be. But look, for me, the way I look at it personally is that sometimes people are just waiting in the background to pounce for their opportunity. Now he's got that opportunity, right? But what completely changed for me is that, you know how we've seen the fucking club the whole time? It's always been fucking script. I know it was a little thing, right? The fact that he just went off script in the fucking press conference. I know it's nothing, but I like the fact that he kept using we, us. But see it's those little things there that change a bloody football club. When you include everybody around you and you make everybody accountable,
Let's hope he
that's when you start. But that's when it starts, mate. That's when the accountability starts, when you realise that this is the whole
So,
club.
I'll
It's
wait.
not just players. It's not just members. It's not just fans. It's not just him. It's not just
I'll
him.
wait.
Simple as
I'll
that.
wait. You know
You
what?
know?
20 fucking years, mate. 10 years of absolute rubbish,
Yeah, I know.
right?
I know.
And now I'm
We'll
over
see.
this hoodwinking by
We'll see.
everybody.
Hopefully
We'll see.
this.
By everybody.
Hopefully it's
I
not
want
just
to see
programming.
results.
Hopefully
I
it's
want
not-
to
but
see
we all
results.
do.
I
All
want
of
to
us
see
do.
results. At the
All of us do.
moment, I've just seen what
Look,
he had
the
to do.
disappointing thing is that it's had to come to a fucking statement
Well, yeah.
that says, "Oh, now we're focusing on
Yeah,
field."
and-
But you know what? But
and
it comes from
dissolving.
all of us.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Someone's got to fucking realise it.
100%, 100%.
It comes from all of us,
100%.
mate.
Taking it all
I'm in the pommy realm. I blame us.
No, of
I
course.
blame us, mate.
Of course.
It's the
Of
fans.
course.
The fans set the, and this is not personally having a go at it, but mate, we set what's acceptable.
Yeah.
We set what we fucking accept.
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
So
Hey, mate,
now-
what are some of the
so
fucking
now-
things you've seen?
So-
We should have kept Teague.
So now you have that opportunity.
Yeah, well, it's
Not
Yeah.
well. Now the fans have that opportunity. You have a
Correct.
voice. Who do you want there? Do your research. Who are you going to put in there? And then if it goes wrong, right? And just like the American elections, because we're different, because we have to vote. No,
yeah. That
I don't want to hear you complaining when they put someone in and you didn't vote.
Yeah.
Right? You've got the choice. Man, at the moment, there's 35,000 members who are eligible to vote.
right.
35. I'm going to want to see the numbers that go out there vote. And if I find out one person that doesn't go and then complains that they're not happy with whatever decision it is,
You'll
I'm
succumb-
going for them,
you'll
mate.
succumb to
I'm
a
going to go for them
Rocco's
because you've
rant.
got your choice now. You've got your choice.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that if you get Cook and Clarkson, it'll sway a lot of members.
Huge. Cook
Yeah,
and
it's-
Clarkson
That's
is
two,
the
they're
18.
two of the biggest
Yeah,
names
it's
If
the
he
you've
gets
ever fucking
them,
heard of.
If he gets them, they stay in.
It's huge.
If
It's
if
huge.
he don't get them,
Well,
then
Well,
you
they're gonna be
have
in trouble.
something
Well,
on
they'll
your
be
hands.
contracted.
But yes,
because then we
Not
don't even know who's coming.
We'll see.
Then we're stuffed without a
The
CEO,
coaches.
without a
Oh, yeah,
coach.
coaches.
We're going to have no one
No,
in
no,
there.
they'll-
And then we're
they'll-
going to start going
it's
to the
Clarkson.
bottom of the
It's-
barrel,
yes,
trying to
Clarkson's
find
coming.
somebody.
if he
Clarkson's
gets
coming.
Clarkson and well,
So look, the next,
coming.
You
the
might sway
next,
me.
He's there. He's our coach.
Oh, I hope so, man. I
I
really
hope
do
so. I
hope
know
so.
so.
I really do hope so because I think he is a big part of us changing.
Remember how
the
we
whole
keep
culture.
saying one person can change a whole
He
club?
can.
Do you agree with that statement?
well, I said he'll have us top 6 if he coaches us. So
He's definitely going to make.
Do you know what it
I
is
don't
too?
know what
I believe that he would have
us
given
in the
us a
finals
20%
minimum.
But you know-
better performance.
No, but
this
absolutely.
year.
But you know what it is
He
too?
would have
It's
us
almost
top 6
like
this year.
imagine the
This
players.
past year,
Yeah.
he would have had us top 6.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah, but
Imagine-
we'll
I would
never
have said
know.
top 8.
We'll
Could
never
you,
know.
you'll never
could you
know.
imagine the players when they first walk into the first
Ah.
thing of preseason?
The scuff? They're
But
gonna
but
cop.
not even
Nah,
that.
it's an
It's like-
aura.
But you
Of course.
know.
Of course.
You just know.
All right,
Of
I'll
course.
put this. I'll relate this to someone else. Cristiano Ronaldo went back to Man United. You
Yeah.
just lift.
Sorry.
But you
lift.
know you
supporters
have
lifted.
to.
You lift,
The supporters.
and we'll get onto that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you
We'll
know
get
you
onto
have
that
to,
later.
Rocco.
I've got a thing.
Huh?
It's like if Terry
Oh.
was to come in here to do the show, right? You're going to lift that extra 5, 10, 15%,
Or
aren't you?
maybe he'll lift.
Maybe. See, well, that's what I mean. Maybe Clarkson will win 5
Yeah.
flags with us.
No, that's it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, just the aura.
Just
and
the
it's
vibe.
also your
But that's what
captain
it
and
is.
your thing. You get those players or coaches who have
And if
got
people don't fall in line with it, bye bye.
that.
Next,
And
see you
it's
later.
tough, you know that.
Well, it's good.
So let's hope.
It's good. It's good, robust
I like
debate and discussion.
I like it.
What's up next? What do we got?
Done.
Fuck.
We're talking about count. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Hey, listen. There's only one person that could say count.
Who?
I'll show you.
One person that
Yeah,
can say
and he's
can't.
coming down.
Is he?
Yeah, have a look.
Yeah.
Look. No.
No,
One person that can save Carlton.
Let's have a look of who can say count. And he's coming down, mate. Here we go.
Landing at
747,
Melbourne
the
Airport.
Boeing. Gonna kiss the middle of Prince's Park.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Shit.
That's great.
Getting down to Prince's Park.
As who can say count. We need the fucking Blues to save the Blues.
Far out.
I love it.
Hey, listen.
Fantastic.
You think you know a lot about count.
No, I don't.
Yeah. You think or
You think you do.
okay.
We're going to find out if you do.
Oh, God.
We're having the jumper punch quiz.
Hey!
2!
Hey! That went off last week, didn't it? That was
That
good.
went up. That's why we're doing it again. And let's just say that the winner
Yes.
gets to play, because I had the week off.
Okay. Right.
I had the week off, straight into the grand final. You're looking at the semi-final. You get the double chance because you finished second.
Okay, yeah.
You get a chance. You come in, and we're going to play the jumper punch quiz. All right. So same rules, same amount of questions. The buzzer is
Paul. Mars.
beautiful. All right. So now with these questions, I would try not to jump in too early, because
Okay.
you might get rolled
All right.
a little bit there. And I hope you've been listening to me through this whole 23 weeks, because it's
Fuck it.
It's all-
This could be
I
zero
haven't even
all.
listening to myself for the
there
last
could be like
23
questions
weeks.
here no one's
Talk
ever
that
heard
much
of.
shit that I don't
We'll
listen to
start with an
myself.
easy one.
All right.
Question 1.
Okay.
How old was Glenn Manton when he debuted for
Paul.
Carlton?
22.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Wrong. 22 years and 22 days.
What?
22 years and 22 days, and he wore the number 22.
Didn't I just say 22?
And 22 days.
Oh, okay, you can't be doing that, mate.
Illuminati.
That was in, remember?
You said how old was Glenn Manton?
22 years and 22 days.
Oh, you can't be. What quiz goes from days?
I'm Glenn Reed.
Oh,
and
come
I'm
on,
doing
mate.
it
That's
right.
ridiculous.
Oh, we've got a little
Mate,
bit of
that is ridiculous.
Paul.
How old is Glenn Manton? Come on, mate. You got to give me that.
Give
Seriously.
it to him. He's the host, so he can get.
You know why? Because that was one of the things I said about Glenn Manton on the day, and you said it, Illuminati, remember?
Yeah, it was.
22
The
years.
Now,
Because he wore number 22
what
as well.
human being says
Listen.
how old someone is by the amount of years and days?
If you keep going, I'll take another point away. So it's
You
up to
can't
the-
take a point off for not naming days.
minus
Unless
one.
you stipulated that in the question.
How? Yeah, how old?
Yeah, 22 years old.
And 22 days.
Oh, come on, mate.
Oh, we got a
That's
little bit of
ridiculous,
we got a
mate.
little bit-
That is ridiculous.
He doesn't like questions. This is fantastic. I love it. You're really going to get upset with the rest of the
That's
questions.
ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
Maybe I just don't answer any questions and I
That's
win
it.
by
Yeah,
default.
we might
You
do
can't. You. That's that, mate.
22 years.
I'm giving
20
myself a point, and everyone in the comment section
you
can
can say
give me a
whatever you
point
want.
for that.
I said you got to listen to what I've been
How
saying.
old, Mars? If you said how old is Glenn Manton, what would you have said?
I would have said 22, but
Thank
I wouldn't.
you.
But I didn't even know it anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, go back and you'll see it.
Come on, man. That's
John
ridiculous,
Murphy.
mate.
John Murphy, the father.
Mars. Mark Murphy.
Wrong. You didn't let me finish the question.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He looked
John
me in the
Murphy
eyes.
won how many best and fairest?
Ah.
6.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So we're on level peggings now,
Minus
Mars.
So I try to make
Minus
it
one
level.
each of 2.
68 premiership was a unique for what reason?
That's a fucking. It's unique for what reason? It could have been anything. The amount of people there, how many players played.
He said this too. You have said this. He did say
course I
this.
said
It's like ages ago though. There's a counter. I'm not one not to give an answer. I'm happy to be wrong.
Only grand final that the winning side kicked less goals
Oh,
than
yeah,
the losing side.
that's right.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I told you they're
Do
good
we
questions.
get both? Minus doesn't matter anyway.
Nah.
That's such
Forget
an
the answer.
open-winded question, though. How is it unique? The answer could be anything.
Yeah, but that is the most
That's a
unique.
fair
And
point. That is
again, I
But
did.
it's to what he
I
said.
specified.
Okay, what it was,
have
yes.
you been listening to
I
what
said
I've been
22
saying?
years old thing's just ridiculous, but anyway, go on. I'm holding this against you all year now.
You can hold it. It looks like you're going to be out of the finals, eh? Ken Hinkley. All right. Who won the 81 best and fairest?
Mars. The Dominator.
Bom, bom. Ken Hunter.
Ken Hunter.
Good get. Good get. Good get.
Yeah.
Good question.
So the scores are -1, -2.
That's right. I'll make it.
I'm loving this. I want to be the host every week.
I won't get one, yeah.
All right. What years did Judd win the Brownlows?
Paul.
In what years? So I'll make it easier. It has to be 2. All right.
2010.
Is 1.
2005.
Bum bum.
2006. Is it?
4.
4.
Ah.
Yes.
Damn it.
Gee, this,
Before they won the flag.
I don't even think you're going to get to 0, you
It was
guys.
before they won the flag.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was when they won the
When they
flag.
won the flag. Yeah.
Crib wears the number 9. What other number?
Mark,
did it-
Paul. 16.
Yeah! Oh, you get to one.
Sounds answering for you.
So can that go for both? Because he probably pressed my buzzer for me. and
Yeah,
Jack
that's true.
can
That's
go
true.
quicker.
That's true.
Why did I say you?
You can do a bit of a hissy fit, like him.
No, go.
mine was valid though. And
Nah,
I'm telling you now,
I'm the
people in the
boss.
comments.
I'm the boss. Tony Barber. What was special about Harvey Dunn Jr.? I'll give you a clue. He was the first of this particular thing.
Paul. First father son.
Yeah.
Right, I'll resign now.
Only 2
What am
points.
I, -2?
Yeah, negative
That's
2.
all over.
What's the score, by the way?
0 to -2.
He's just got to register.
Record page.
Craig Bradley played how many games for Port Adelaide?
Oh. NFI.
Come on, don't just give up. You got
Mars.
it.
This was before Carlton.
Yeah, before Khan, he played so many games.
I've got 2 numbers stuck in my head. 2 numbers. It's either 78, and I know that's wrong, or it's like 100 or something. I'm just going to go 78.
Oh, you were close.
Oh.
98.
Oh.
That was no.
It's a good guess.
That's it. That's a.
It's a good guess.
0 to -3.
I'm happy to be wrong.
Who was the last player to have a possession at Princess
Mars.
Park?
Teague.
Yeah.
Fuck
Hold
him.
on.
I got one.
It could be any Teague. He didn't say David Teague.
David Teague.
Mate, well, you
How
see,
many-
I got 22, not 22
I would
years of
seriously
22.
let that go.
There was only one Teague on the field that
Yeah,
day.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
Just give me one. I'm already lost anyway.
Yeah, all right. How many games did Cabe Simpson finish on?
Don't even know.
Oh fuck! I know this because I got the bobblehead of him. Oh fuck! My brother's gonna kill me for that one. Oh fuck!
I don't even know. Couldn't tell you.
I just get it wrong. And people screaming that they've just gone on Google on the Wikipedia.
They've already
and
down.
gone, "Oh, it's 300 in this. 350. Nah, that's right. I was gonna say 358.
You never made 350.
Nah.
342.
340.
Well, it can't be a minus because he didn't buzz his buzzer.
Nah, just take a minus.
No, don't take a minus off. He didn't
I
buzz
gave
his
an
buzzer.
answer. No,
Doesn't matter. He
take it.
didn't buzz his buzzer. It's no minus.
Minus.
Oh. You got to buzz your buzzer for it to be a
Alright.
valid
Mars,
answer.
358.
How many McLeans wore the number 7 for Carlton?
Mars. Number 7.
How many McLeans?
I think I know the answer to this, but ball's in your court.
2.
1 ball.
3.
4.
Oh, 4.
Yeah.
I was going to say 3.
Nah, 4.
Wow.
Gee,
Okay.
you're going to need a big comeback. But,
Nah, it's done.
but the last question. Is
What?
A lot of points.
That's fucked. That's
The last
fucked.
question worth 800.
Who holds the record for the number 5 jumper?
Paul. Sid Jackson.
Nah.
Andrew McKay.
Yes. Jesus.
So -1. No, he'll catch up to you.
I think it's Adam. He'd be losing it right now in the chat.
Where was Satanta born?
Mars. Do I need to go city as well?
No, just yeah.
Oh, God.
Fuck. Island?
No, you're wrong.
Where was he born? Here.
He was born in Sydney.
Bullshit. Yeah, fuck. Him? No way.
He was born in Sydney, and they went straight. They went over there, and then he came back.
I knew that was going to be a trick question. Great.
That's why I said City.
Ah.
Yeah, all right.
Fair
So,
enough.
There you go. No.
gee, so you weren't listening to me. What team?
Because I don't care about it because they're fucking dead shits.
What team did Fraser Brown's granddad play for?
Fuck. Far out.
Pick one.
Well, back in the day, there wasn't 18. You got what, 10 to choose from?
Have a go. Don't just let it go. Have a go. What are you worried about?
Well, he can't lose right now.
Yeah, have a go.
So I just go for it.
Someone go for it.
What am I on negative? I'm just looking at the negative.
-5. -1.
Well, I'm gonna
Paul. Fitzroy.
Yes!
just a pure stab in the dark. Fucking Max Gorn ass goal. That's Levi Casbolt on the run.
I was going to, last minute, I was going to say South Melbourne.
You
But
knew it was one of
Fitzroy.
the older
Yeah.
clubs. Yeah. In what year was Cruiser drafted by
Paul.
Tacoma?
Well, he was drafted in 2007, but he
Yep.
played his first game in 2008. Yeah, 2007.
Very good. All right. Who was the captain in the 1945 Bloodbath Grand Final? I'll give you a clue.
Paul.
Oh, okay.
Bob Chitty.
Yes.
Well, it was in my head, but
I was going to say, I talked about it
just
today.
talked. It was in my head, and I'm like, I wasn't listening properly.
All right, so it's 2 to -5.
Can
All
you go to the
right.
last question.
In what rounds did Carlton lose in 1995?
Mars, round 8 and round 9.
Yes.
Well done, well played. They won their first seven. Yeah, well played. Well played. Well
Fuck.
played.
And I did talk about that before.
You did? Yes. Well played. I'm starting to warm to this quiz a little bit more now after a shit start.
All right. What was the nickname of the man who replaced William Mickey Dunn? The nickname of the man who replaced William...
Mars. Was it Bong? Bong? Bong?
I'm going to give it to you.
Nah, don't. It will give me the right answer.
It's Bongo.
Can I give that to you?
It's
Nah,
wrong.
Bong.
Nah, you're feeling sorry for me. It's wrong.
No.
Nah, it's wrong.
No,
Nah,
it's
it's
Bong.
fucking
No,
wrong.
they used to call him Bong too.
Nah, we called him Bong. We called
it
him
was
Bong.
good enough, it was good enough.
Nah, that's fucked.
Ian
That's
Atkins.
feeling sorry for me.
Ian Atkins.
Yeah.
His brother-in-law to who? Now I'll give you a clue, right?
I know the family. I know who the family is, but I don't
His
know.
uncle to
Yeah.
a Sydney player, but his brother-in-law to an ex-Carlton player.
I'll just throw a name out there, but I'm not going to do it.
Paul. The Rhino.
Yes.
O'Sullivan.
All right.
Yes.
So you are listening. All right. Question 20.
At least I got 2. I'm happy.
Who was the youngest player ever to debut for Carlton?
Oh shit!
It's right there. It's right there. It's on the tip of my tongue.
And then I said Joe Watson took over. Oh god.
So it wasn't Joe.
No, Tim Watson. Sorry. Oh no!
It's
You're gonna
literally
say
on the
it
tip
and I
of my
know
tongue.
it.
He was one of the mosquito flu.
Don't know.
Nah. Give me 10 seconds. Let it enter my mind.
His son used to play for us too.
Oh, I know what it is.
Well, we'll say it.
Paul. Jimmy Buckley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 21.
This is worth 20
What's
points.
the score now?
No. Then we got a.
Who
We
am
got
I?
a who am I? Yeah. Who was the inaugural Norm Smith Medal winner?
Paul. Wayne Harms.
All right. Score 5 to -3.
I don't care. I got 2 right.
But this
Right,
is
so
worth
fuck
10
you.
points.
I lose anyway. It doesn't matter.
All right. Who am I?
This is like Fitzroy making the fucking 8 from outside of the Warriors.
Right,
They
they
won
give
the
him-
grand final.
they give him
and
a
they got the
second
wooden
chance.
spoon. They finished last and they won the grand final.
All right. I was born in 1950.
Okay.
4-time premiership player. 4-time best and fairest. He was in the AFL team of the century. He was a Norm Smith medalist.
Mars.
Oh boy. Was.
Born in 1950, remember.
Oh, yeah, true, oh, fuck me.
Wait, if he gets it wrong, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can have a shot at answering
Yeah,
it.
then you can have a shot at answering it.
1950.
1950, 4-time All-Australian,
Australian.
AFL All-Australian.
Go through the ones that you already said,
All right.
not the ones that you
Born in
haven't said.
1950, 4-time premiership player, 4-time best and fairest, AFL team of the century, Norm Smith medalist.
Not Ron Barassi.
Oh, we'll keep on going, but you lost it. So he kicked 22 goals, which won't matter. Last game was in a losing grand final.
Oh. Yeah, Paul. Bristol.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had that in my head too.
Score was 15 to -3. That was a Port Adelaide fucking team match. All right.
grouse.
Brucey Dool.
There you go. Well done.
Can't you just go someone that's fucking different?
Who?
Next week, your questions are going to be fucked. Your questions are going to be fucked and you well done. You cunts are not going to know anything. The questions are going to be fucked.
I can't wait.
Who am I?
Look at my books here. What do you think I'm going to ask
I'm
you?
not going by champion. There's a clue already.
Hey, but everything I asked you has been on
That's
the
a high
show.
score.
Yeah.
That is a big score.
It's not 15, it's 16.
No,
First
you won.
question.
What going on? You already
First
won.
Oh, here we go.
Right. Can you disqualify him, please? I win.
The reason I say that, Paul, right,
Illuminati.
is because it was specifically stated in the bloody 22.
Yes, and you also
it was
have
specifically
you've got it
stated.
specifically
Like,
stated in the question.
why would I use if it was specifically stated that it was an amazing fact that he was 22 and 22?
Well, I would say,
Right.
that if I was asking the question, I would say, how many years old and how many days
No,
old
you're not
was
asking the
Glenn Beck?
questions. You're not asking the questions. I asked the questions. You still won it.
I don't really care. I lost anyway.
No.
Can we go next?
You lost back to back.
That's all right. I'm happy.
You like
Out in straight sets. Geelong.
No.
Yeah, not Geelong. Fucking who was it? No one lost in straight sets this year.
Beautiful.
Brisbane,
I love
bro.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Brisbane, out. Gone. See you
Thanks.
later. Max gone.
I love it. All right.
Heated quiz.
Let's go. Heated quiz. It's been
Heated
a
show.
heated. It's been a heated
Heated
show,
show.
just quietly. It's been a heated
I'm
show.
telling you, the people in the comments are going to side with me.
They could sign whatever. I'm Glenn Ridge. I say what I like here. Let's go straight into Banana of the Week. This is always a favourite. Let's go straight into Banana of the Week. And it is proudly sponsored by
Merino Bros. The best fresh vegetables and fruit. Also got the pasta, the cheeses, got the whole works there.
Boom.
You can get your free shipping over $60.
Yes.
And if you order before 12 a.m., you can get next day delivery.
Perfect. Love
No
it.
messing around.
Love
Joe.
it.
Many
They
don't do
are
it.
superb, and we thank them dearly.
Best
Because
in
they
the game.
sponsor. Oh, they sponsor the best segment here, Banana of the Week. All right.
One off.
One off, of course. So, the first person, I'm going to give it to a couple players. I don't really give it to players.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Give it a couple players.
I think I know
Let
who
them
the first
have
one's gonna be.
Go, Raul.
Oh, well and truly deserved. Well and truly deserved.
Shit.
Now, I'm going to give you his stats.
Were there?
You know, there was a stat. There was
A
a
stat.
stat. He got a kick. Unfortunately, it was a turnover. So, that's to you, my friend, the Banana. And you just quietly, your final appearances have been.
my
Atrocious.
God.
He's gone missing.
You know when they say, you know, like players, man, they're finals players?
He ain't.
He's the
Yeah.
inverse dominator. He's the inverse dominator.
He's horrible.
So what we're going to do now is
The anti-dominator.
we're going to go next to,
Port Adelaide, Melbourne game.
Oh no.
Orazio
Oh no.
Fantasia.
Yes,
his-
that's how you say it.
Fantasia.
Ratio fantasia.
He did a lot better. He got 6 kicks,
That's not bad.
5 turnovers,
Yeah, but
and he kicked them behind.
so that's a turnover as well. So he had 6 turnovers.
So, to two great players, we got the double banana for you two, because really, when your side needed you, you were not to be seen anywhere. So, to you guys, Banana of the Week.
Well played.
All right.
Mars. Here we go.
My banana of the week goes to Geelong and Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide. You're both shit.
Simple.
That's it. Now mine goes to, mate. It's funny how like things just work. The irony of things, right? Now the Adelaide government. You're the Adelaide South Australian.
You give it the whole
health.
state.
The Adelaide government, like the South Australian health people, right? They said to the Western Bulldogs, "Oh, sorry guys, you can't train on our grounds this week."
Wow.
What happened on Saturday
Oh,
night
you-
was a training drill.
It's a bit of stiff shit.
Saturday night turned into their training drill, so that's a big one for you, South Australian Health and the Adelaide government,
That is.
for not allowing the Bulldogs, when they all tested negative, to not train.
Well, I'm going to show
There you go.
you.
I didn't
Well,
even know that because I deactivated Facebook, so I
stupid.
don't watch the news or anything. I didn't know that.
Have you seen?
What a dickhead!
Well, Port Adelaide
Plural.
didn't really go near the goals, and I want everyone to show you. So this is a bit of a. You weren't going to. I didn't have this on there, but I'm going to show you. Have you seen the picture of the guy in the full suit spraying the goalpost?
Yeah, that was at West Coast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it?
The
That was
week
in Perth.
before,
That was in
yeah.
Perth. Yeah, that was in Perth.
Oh, in Perth.
Yeah, yeah.
At West Coast, sorry, at Perth, sorry.
Perth, off
yeah.
the stadium.
And how ironic that he's spraying Maccas.
So have a look at that. That's a bit of a banana of the week too, don't you reckon?
ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hazmat suits.
Unbelievable.
Jesus. Anyway, let's not get into that political debate.
Full
shall we?
on. I was going to say they sprayed it and they refused to go near the goals. Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
Hey, Mars has been Minchiata.
Well, this is not footy related, but it could be football related for the English.
Ah,
English
football.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo has returned to his
yeah,
rightful
returned.
place.
Yes, he's returned home.
To-
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, ladies and
At
gentlemen. It does
Manchester
indeed.
United. Now, I have no problem with that
No.
because the king is back and
Yeah.
I love Ronaldo.
Champion.
But my problem and my gripe is with so-called supporters
Oh no.
coming out of the woodworks.
Oh no.
Now, shit like this gets under my skin. Now, everyone's now a United supporter. I love Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Oh, he's the GOAT. Mate, no one saw you throughout the whole 8 years of being shit like Carlton. Right? So if now it goes back to Carlton. If I see any Carlton supposed supporter or fan when we make the finals and we're in the top 4 with
And
Clarkson,
Clarkson's there,
right?
we can't get a ticket.
and you don't have a membership. And you're complaining about who's on the board and not. And if I see you there, the Glory Hunters, you can get fucked too. So you and the Man United bandwagoners can get fucked as well. So that's my gripe. I can't stand bandwagon supporters.
I love it.
Support them when they're shit. So
Yeah.
when they're good, it feels better. Because
Yeah.
I've seen so many just pop up out and all they goes, That's all I've seen. That's all I've seen. The gift. That's all I've seen. That's all I've seen. Yes, we know he's back. The God is back. And don't get me wrong, it was awesome seeing him last night at recording this time.
I was just quietly rooting for Newcastle.
I wanted the Fang, but Ronaldo did score 2, and all I saw again was
I love it, man. I love it.
that's my gripe.
Oh, God.
Good Micchiato.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Great one. I like that.
Hey, let's have just a little bit of a rest here. And let's have a look at a little bit of a Talking Blue Rocco.
This is a good one.
And let's have a look at the evolution of the jumper.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Talking Blue with Vince Loncisano. How are you, mate? How's things?
G'day, Rock. How you going?
Very good,
Nice to
very
be back
good.
at the Hard Rocco Cafe.
Back at the Hard Rock Cafe. They're going to keep us here for another
Cheers.
12 months or so. They're going to keep us locked up. So.
Oh, let's hope not, for goodness sake. We've
There we go.
lost another grand final.
Yeah, we'll see. There we go. That's
Don't
it.
get
We
me
have
started.
lost- No, don't get me started. But today we're going to talk about something famous,
Yes.
and that is,
Yes.
what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about our famous Guernsey.
We are.
The Carlton Guernsey, and its long history and illustrious history. So it's had some humble beginnings, but
It has had
of
some
course
humble.
it went through to being changed even in the early 2000s.
That's
but
it.
We've to some degree reverted back in terms of the one that the players
We
have
have.
got on their jumpers.
The best one, and it was a good day the day they came back.
Yeah.
But we'll go through that. Look,
Yeah.
we'll have a look at this first picture. Have a look at this. This is the
Yes.
first ever
First ever Carlton Guernsey, look at that.
Yeah. So,
It looks a bit yellow on the patches, doesn't it?
right. So now that now that you've said that, after doing our research, we quickly found out
Yes.
that it was never yellow. So I'll put up another picture now. Have a look at this one here, right? And that's with the yellow patches, right? So the yellow jersey, right, was never yellow, right?
So how did it become
How did it
interpreted as being
become yellow? How it became yellow, it was always a navy blue with the white patches. So what they did was they used to put the white chamois on the shoulders.
Okay.
And after a few washes, they went a yellowy,
Okay.
kind of orangey
They
colour.
obviously didn't go to the best laundries.
No. And
to
that
get
was
washed.
it. And then so players used to either be, they used to be brand new jumpers, they used to be white, some used to be yellow,
Yep.
and then later on in the years, people.
So when they drew these, as you can see, that's a drawing of something
Yeah.
back in the 19th century, probably.
Yeah.
It looks yellow because
It looks
of
yellow, and
that image.
and there was yellow, and then even in the centenary, they made them yellow, which was absolutely wrong. I don't understand
They did.
how we can do 2 minutes of research and find that out, and they couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they were never yellow; they were always blue and white.
Well,
Okay?
people will remember back in 1996, in the year of the centenary,
Yep.
Carlton and Fitzroy played a game at Princes Park, and the Carlton Guernsey was in fact.
And that's what I'm
did in
talking
fact
about.
have
But
these
that's
yellow
wrong.
coloured patches.
That's wrong.
Mm.
That's wrong. They were always
They
blue
didn't
and
do their
white.
homework very well, did
No,
they?
no.
So they were blue and white.
And why? Why were they blue? Why did we get the blue jumper? Do you know why we got the blue jumper?
Tell me.
Well, we do know it.
Were
They
the
got
boys?
it because they got it up, yeah. And the original jumpers they got were from a place where? Do you remember?
Yes.
What's the place called?
What's
Just off of France?
Guernsey.
The Guernsey, that's
That's
right, in
right.
a place called the Guernsey,
Yeah.
and their native colour was
It's actually a tax haven these days.
Yeah, that's
Guernsey.
right.
But anyway,
That's right.
yes, just
So
off the
they're-
coast of France.
yeah. So their colours of the country was this dark blue, and everyone would get these dark blue tops from over there because
Right.
they were the most like durable,
Yes.
and they wouldn't lose their colour. So we got the dark blue, and they would import them over.
Yep.
Put the white things on there, and that's how we became the navy blues. Yeah.
Okay.
And in actual fact, even Essendon used to wear the blue.
Is that
jumper.
right? Instead of black, they
They
wore
used to wear
blue
blue because it was the most durable with
with the red sash.
Yeah, they wanted to be blues, but they couldn't.
Just wait, Carlton supporters. There is actually a Guernsey where we've got a white sash, just like Essendon's got a red one.
So,
but
as you
we'll
can see
we'll
this
get to that.
picture here, have a look at some of these blokes here, man. Look at that.
Yeah, have a look at them.
Look at this. This is a great photo, man. Look at this. Look at the beards and moustaches.
I'll tell you what, some of the trends of young people these days looks like that guy on the bottom right.
Yeah, yeah.
With the big
That's
beard.
it. That's the
and
way.
the glasses.
I like it. I like it. Man, I'd fit in those days, huh?
Looks like a couple of bushwhackers.
Yeah,
in there.
that's it,
Have a
that's
look
it.
at that bloke on the top left-hand corner.
Mate,
He
he's-
looks like a bit of a...
Mate, I want him playing for Carlton now, man. He'd scare the shit out of you, wouldn't he? Anyway,
for
and
sure.
as you can see, here's another photo, and you can
Yep.
see like how they were looking. These are like a genuine front. They had the lace-ups.
Yes.
How dangerous would the lace-ups have been?
Oh, imagine getting your fingers caught in those.
I'm telling you, it would have been a couple
Anyway, it was
of...
good to see Groucho Marx playing for
Yeah,
us.
that's it, Retro Mark. Here's another one. This is just like a drawn picture, but this is how they originally looked, with the
Yes.
dark, with the knickerbockers
Yeah.
and the stripes. Another thing with the striped socks, they used to wear the striped socks
Yeah.
until Geelong came in.
Right.
They got the
stripes.
hoops.
Yep.
So then they changed it to the solid blue later
Right,
on in
okay.
years. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's a photo, and as you can see, you got a couple of different monograms on the front. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There was the old one, and then the new one.
Yep.
So again, they used to mix and match a few, and you can see the monograms here.
Yep.
That was
Clearly you can see the CFC there.
yeah. So those monograms were always on the letterhead. So before that, they used to wear just the solid blue, and you'll see that later. And then later
Right.
on, they decided to put on.
Okay.
And this is your first.
Interesting looking CFC, that one.
That was the first one. So imagine having that one there now.
Wow. Looks quite ancient, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
so that was the first one. They would have been quite heavy. You know what I mean? Imagine because
Oh,
it's played
yeah.
in winter, getting wet.
Yes, of course.
And then
Yeah.
trying to play with these
Muddy,
things
boggy
out.
grounds and yeah.
And as you can see, they were the first ones. So as we can see now, from 73 to 79, this is what they were.
We're talking about 1873 to
Yeah,
1879 here.
Yeah, we've got to figure that is
The 19th century, everyone,
Yeah.
about 150 years
Yeah,
ago.
look
roughly.
at that. And then after 79 and in 80, they decided to put the white chamois
Yes.
around the tops,
On
you
the
know.
top.
They kind of look a little bit like, I don't know, not as tough as I thought. They
No.
looks like, you know what they look like?
A little bit florally. Looks like
Yeah.
looks like one of those napkin things that.
Well, remember when the old lady used to make the things? And
What?
put, my mum used to knit those little things by hand, and they used to put them on the table. What are
Yes,
they called?
yes, yes.
That's what they look like.
Yeah,
No, we
yes.
can't have that.
Like
And then-
shawls.
The
Like
shawls,
the shawls that you wear around your neck.
No, that wasn't good. So then
No.
they went to the more of a straight kind of look.
Looks more like the little waves you find in the sea. Or,
Still don't like it.
You still
but
don't
anyway.
like it. Mm.
But anyway, there and then they went in 1906. So they go to like just a solid colour, you know,
Yep.
just a solid blue. And then in 09 is when they decided to put the CFC
Yep.
on there.
Yep.
And then from then on, they always had the CFC.
Yep. That made it very distinguished. In fact, I think really it's that monogram, the CFC monogram, that makes the Carlton Guernsey
Oh, 100%.
these
It's
days
the most famous looking.
an incredibly recognisable
100%.
brand.
100%. And then in 10 to 22 is when they changed it again. So they
Yep.
went to more of a
More
thinner.
calligraphy
Yeah,
type.
they're trying to be like design. So then what happened and I'm pretty sure it happened in the semi-finals of 2011.
Yep.
It was a semi-finals. What did they do?
They put numbers on the back,
They
didn't
put
they?
numbers for the
Mm,
first time.
That's
That's
right.
the first time they had the numbers.
Interesting
on
that it happened in a final rather than
it
at the start of
happened
the
in
season.
final. Yeah. So it was there, just getting ready for our tilt at the grand final in 14-15 when we won back to back.
Yes, yes.
Back to back.
Yes, we mustn't have gotten too much further than that semi-final.
No. And then later on, as you can see, you know what I mean? So they go all the way to 1926 and they keep that. And then in 1927...
Well, from 1927, really, it didn't change for 70 years until 1997, when there was a decision taken by the club to change that monogram at the front. So, 100%. I mean, that lasted 70 years and we've ended up reverting back to it since 2015.
And that's what happened. We reverted back to it in 2015. But in between,
yes,
we go, we want to be a little bit more fancy. So
I must admit, the one thing I didn't like, not so much the monogram, it was the numbers at the back. They looked skinny
they change them.
I didn't like those numbers.
No, that's it. So from there to there, they went from 96 to 205. They changed the monogram. They had the different numbers.
Yes.
And then they thought, they went back to in 06 to 14.
Back to the old style number.
Back style numbers, and they kind of rounded off the.
They
the
amended
thing.
that a bit. Yeah.
So that kind of looked better, but you know what? In 2015,
everyone
decided,
voted to go back,
and we went back to the normal colours. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's pretty much the history of it. But in between. We had a couple little changes going on. So
a couple of little cameo appearances.
Explain this one here. It was in 1900.
Yes, it was the Carlton King's birthday of 1900. So obviously that's not in honour of you because you're the king now. But back in 1900, I don't know who the Carlton King was, but anyway,
King of Moomba.
It was done in honour of him. Maybe it was Jack.
And they put and they put the Union Jack on the back. Yeah, so that was.
I think it must have been. The King of Britain or the King of England.
Yeah, it would have been.
Would have been. You'd have thought so.
Of course, yeah. So that's it. And then in 1904, and it happened like a couple of times, right? That whenever we played either Melbourne or I think it was Fitzroy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because of the clash. For some reason, maybe the dark blue and Fitzroy had the
Fitzroy had a similar emblem to us. This was FFC.
We had a sash.
We had a sash.
Oh my God!
Can you believe it?
Look at that. And I'll show you another picture. Here's like another picture. You can just see the sash.
Yeah.
And look at this. This is a photo.
I don't like looking at that at all. Oh.
What happened?
Just doesn't look right, does it, everyone? No, I mean, would you agree with me? That just does not look
like. That looks like they. You got drunk and you fell on the road and the blokes did the lines on the road and you accidentally got run over because that looks disgraceful, mate.
They were doing the line painting on the road.
And they didn't want to move. So there you go. Here's another photo and you can see this. So that's how we looked for a while, you know.
Yes.
And we'll put up another couple. These are some old photos. I love the old photos.
Yep. Some of them are great.
Look at this. One from 1914, one from 1920. And you can see. In the meantime, we get to 1997. What happens?
Well, there was a big sponsorship deal, wasn't there? And people will probably remember, for those of you who are old enough to remember, Carlton did a deal with the confectionery company that owns M&M's, and in honour of, well, not in honour, but to promote the latest M&M flavour or colour, blue. We wore a blue Guernsey of that sort of colour with a white Carlton emblem on the front and a dark number on the back. It was just, it was weird to see, wasn't it? I think most of us were like, 100%. How can we sacrifice our
that was
look
a disgrace.
like this?
It was all for money. You know what?
It was a sacrilege.
They say that, money.
Yeah, well, money
buy
talks.
anything,
Well, I don't know how much we got paid. We must have got paid a fair bit to do that because
they could have paid us anything.
obviously we needed the money at the time.
I would have never done that. Make me president, I would have never have done that, man. Never have done that.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that was done. And then in 2005, we actually put, what did we put on there?
Well, that wasn't changing the Guernsey. That was just putting something at the bottom of the front of the monogram.
Yeah, which never
Which
really
was in
happened.
honour, which was this particular Guernsey was for one round.
Yeah.
The last game at Princess Park. And that was in round 9.
That's the only time, and that was a special moment.
2005.
So they're special tops there.
Yeah.
Then we go, hey, let's go completely different.
Well, this I reckon was even worse than the M&M because the M&M was at least blue. This was yellow.
And what was that for?
I was actually there that day. It was in Perth.
They stood out.
We were playing Fremantle. Stood out. My God, like a beacon.
Yeah.
But it was actually in honour of not in honour. I keep saying in honour. It was to promote a charity that the eventually known as a drug cheat, Lance Armstrong, his charity Livestrong, which was a charity that was raising money for liver cancer research, I believe.
Yep.
Liver or kidney, I can't remember. I think it was liver.
Let's say cancer. It was
Well,
cancer. It was some sort of
form of cancer.
Yeah,
I think
a
it was
form of
liver
cancer.
cancer from
Yeah.
memory. So
It was a
I
good
think that's
cause.
why it was called Livestrong.
So it was a good cause. But
it was a good cause, but look again, you're sacrificing the Guernsey for the cause.
they should have actually gone to Essendon for that because it's like for like. You know,
Why didn't they go to
drug
Richmond?
cheats. You know,
If they wanted yellow, they should have gone to Richmond.
well, you could have gone to Richmond. As I said,
Yeah.
the drug cheats are drug cheats. You know, and it's the same deal. That's what they should have done. But they came to us. We sold our soul again.
Rocco.
We sold our soul again. And then we had this one here, which was look.
What did you think of this one?
I liked it, but I wouldn't keep it forever. But I actually liked it, and there's something behind this, and you know the story behind this.
Yeah, well, of course, the Guernsey unusually had not only the monogram, but the numbers at the back were all in navy blue on a navy blue background.
Yep.
And obviously they had to outline it heavily with the white outline to be able to see the Guernsey monogram and the numbers. But it was to, I guess, recognise the suburb of Carlton and all the bluestone that existed in Carlton back in the old days. Still does exist in a lot of the laneways. But it was done for that reason. So
and that's it.
That was the game against Essendon in the rain where Murphy kicked the goal from the boundary line. It was an absolute beauty.
I actually don't mind the tops, as I said.
Yeah.
And and there's a couple of other designs we got here. These were the heritage tops, that they showed. And this is what we're talking about.
That's right.
Them doing the yellow bananas. That's what they did. The yellow for being a banana for getting it right. Right? Maybe you're the banana of the
Maybe
way.
they should be banana.
Just quietly, man. Just look out. Then we come with the
clash
clash
strips. Yeah.
So then we got the white one, which is like, well, that's what it is now, practically. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But then we went back to this blue merda. But at the end of the day, they changed it to a blue.
They did.
The blue.
But this time they actually, unlike
blue
that
monogram.
M&M one, they had the navy blue
Which looked
monogram.
better, looked better, but still not good enough. Then you had this one here.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah, it kind of was a bit of a mixture.
It was a mishmash of navy and white.
That's like a mutt.
Yeah.
They made it like a mutt jumper. That's no good.
I didn't actually think it solved the clash problem.
No.
It was still a mishmash of. I remember once we played Port Adelaide with that Guernsey.
And there's a problem.
And it was just a very bad look.
The other one we had was this one here, like this silver.
This is another one I didn't like.
And this was all because of
This was like
Virgin.
a grey colour. No,
was
I
a
don't think
grey.
it was because of Virgin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure about that?
I reckon it was because of the. Anyway, I reckon it was because of the Virgin. There was something to do with the Virgin thing. But anyway, they went with this kind of silvery colour. And that's kind of, again, we're going completely off it again, you know. At least they kept the mono and blue and that. So that was it. And then we get to our
Indigenous
Indigenous.
I must admit,
they always do a good
I have
job.
never disliked any one of our
They do a
Indigenous
good
Guernseys.
job.
They do.
They honour the Indigenous people, you know
Yes.
what I mean? And it's once a year, you know what I mean? So it's good. And they always look good. They always do a good job. And and to tell you the truth, when you look at them, they all mean something.
They do.
And they always get explained. So
Yep.
So that's it.
I'm just waiting for them to bring one out which has got the jumper punch all over it.
It's going to come out the jumper punch. And then we're going to play.
It's been a fantastic journey through over 150 years of the club, and we've just gone through the evolution of the Guernsey.
Gone through the evolution, and now we wear, I think, the best version.
Yeah.
And when we win our next premiership, next year.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid already.
You never know.
When we win
You
our
never
next
know.
premiership, we'll be wearing that famous monogram and the jumper. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was really good. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I hope you learned something.
It's an educational one
It was
today.
education. That's what we do, mate. We teach.
It's always great to go down memory lane
It
and
is good. It is good.
and reminisce about some of the fantastic history of the Carlton Football Club.
That was good. All right. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Until next time, go Blues.
Go Blues.
All right, guys, how was that?
Love it.
Well,
love
I'm
my
still
jumpers.
adamant that I want someone to get us an old Guernsey. Somehow, some way,
Well, did
someone
you
get
see
into
that
contact
original
with
one,
us.
the long one, the first one they wore? Man, imagine having that. I don't reckon you could ever get that.
There'll
But
probably be. I'll look around for stuff like this, and I've seen like one, but they go to auctions.
Yeah, of course.
they
So they're
would
hard to find, and I've seen them go for like 20 grand.
Yeah.
mate, the only way you could find it is
They're
if
relics.
you had like an old relative that had it in the thing and did it in the
Imagine
knob out.
playing in those woolly jumpers.
Be itchy as when you sweat.
Oh, mate,
God,
they used to get
tech.
wet.
Yeah.
Oh, and the, you know,
But
smell
I'm pretty
that
sure
you get.
they had
wool.
one jumper for like the whole season.
Yeah.
That's what I like read up.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, we.
So and you saw in there that that we never wore
The yellow.
the yellow.
The top.
That's an interesting bit of history, isn't it? There you go.
So
a
that
fascinating
was a
one.
bit of hoodwinking from
That
the
was a
Carlton or Nike.
And
as
that
a-
freaked me out.
That's a bit of hoodwinking.
I did
there
like
in the
5 minutes of
heritage round.
research.
Yeah.
They probably made all the Guernseys, and they're all like, "Well, fuck, we can't go
And
back
then
on
some
it now."
bloke comes back and goes, mate, they never wore it. Oh, what are we going to do? Just
thousands.
hoodwink it, mate.
Should have got Mick Price to make the fucking.
Nick
silk
Price,
one.
oh yeah, well he's got
With
it,
the
yeah,
sash.
bloody oath, bloody oath.
Yeah.
Wow. We used to
Mick
wear
Kent,
the sash
Mick Kent.
too.
Mick Kent, sorry,
used to
Mick
wear
Kent,
it.
sorry, not Mick Price.
Maybe
Mick-
John O'Connor
O'Connor,
and Matty
maybe.
O'Connor can do it. Yeah, fans of the show.
Hey,
Yes.
Ma. Kickouts! All right. So the first one we have, so we've got an old favourite here
Yes.
who's now
Yes.
the coaching selector. He's made he's made the
you put
offer.
it next, fraud.
So
And
is
this
this
is
the
it.
new coach, or he's
No,
making the...
he's the one now that's doing the offers.
Ah.
So everyone have a look at this.
Okay.
Keep going.
No.
Keep going. We got shit technology here. So we should be counting. So that's the
Okay,
one,
there we go.
Whitney.
Mike
Mike
Whitney.
Whitney.
If anyone's willing to coach the Blues, I'll give you $50. Who dares wins? What a show
Pretty
that
much
was.
that.
Great
Who
show.
dares
Tell you,
win?
mate,
I used to
that
love
Tanya Zayeda,
Mate.
mate, she was a babe. She was gorgeous.
Hey, they put
Still
a new
probably is.
statue
New statue.
in front
Where?
of Princess Park.
Are they?
Yeah.
What is it?
Everyone have a look at it.
The Grim Reaper.
Reaper. Well, Voldemort's gone.
That's
so
right in front of the doors. So as you come in.
The wind.
Just taking you. And he's just waiting for
What's
your
the
soul.
what is it? Enter at your own peril.
It's like the Dementors.
So that's the
Look at
new
it.
statue at Princess
Suck the
Park.
soul out of you, the Dementors from fucking Harry
Potter.
Potter.
Well, that's what they did with Little. They sucked
They
his
sucked
soul
his
out.
soul. That's why
He was white.
So
Press
white,
conference.
correct.
They sucked the soul out of him. They sucked it. They sucked it.
Jesus
Hey, listen.
Three,
This is Carlton season. How we started, like all promising, and then
Bro, he's gone head first as
How
well.
does that even happen?
He's gone head first as well. That's
How
great.
does that even happen?
what do you mean? Just watch Carlton
Probably
season
drunk.
every year.
He was probably drunk. And because his
happen?
feet are clipped in, right?
Yeah,
he
no, you
can't go
start.
anywhere. So he went head first, and that's
They're
awesome.
the worst. Those clips, I'm telling you, are the worst.
Make
man.
you cringe.
If you, whenever you see like the lights go red, I started to sweat because I knew I had to unclip before I got there. All right. Hey, Carlton selection.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up. You.
Yes?
Not you, him. What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you.
I am me. He's me. And I'm you.
And I'm about to whoop your old ass.
Is that us picking the coach? Is it?
That's the
Rush
boys.
hour.
You got Clarkson in there, Lyon,
Scott.
Lepage, Scott. Who are you? That's how they do the.
Yeah. Who you be? No, you.
Fucking hoodwinking everywhere.
Hey, Gibberfish is back.
Oh no.
Throughout your career, you've obviously been huge on the self-endorsements.
Why is this getting around?
One of the great all-time self-promoters. We saw. Not sure about that. There was one recently. It was from Gillette.
They look after me, I look after them.
I scratch your back, they scratch.
Correct.
Well, funnily enough, they're actually big fans of Talking Gibberfish.
Yeah.
So they've
Sure
actually
they are.
sent through some masks for us.
Yeah.
Do you mind just
I reckon, boys. I reckon you boys.
What are they doing, guys?
Mate, this is just what is going on here?
What are they doing, guys?
God.
They're
Thank you.
got face masks.
That's not how you put it on.
Hey, listen,
So clean up.
have a read of what Murphy says.
I think everyone listening to this podcast is now dumber. He's laughing because it's true.
Hey, all those players there.
Gone.
Pretty much. Fisher's gone.
Yeah, well,
Gibbo's gone. Murph's gone.
Mate, I'm telling you that when they step foot into that room and press record on that, it's a
death-
curse.
It's a death camp.
Actually, I think that statue's in front of that studio.
Mate, I'm telling you, I'm going to go down to the club with the holy water from Nonna's house and fucking bless the joint. And just shake it everywhere. Throw salt over my shoulder.
You got to do the malocchio.
Mate, mate, there's something
Mal-
going on in there.
Everywhere.
Malocchio.
Mate, I'm telling you, there's something going on in that room.
Curse, mate.
Telling you.
Hey, listen. Have a look at this, mate. Talk about.
Golf legend Jack Nicklaus let his grandson tee off the final hole.
He's figured out that he doesn't
Jack
need to
Nicklaus'
swing at
grandson,
his
is it?
a good-looking practice swing. He only needs to swing about 120 miles an hour.
hole.
That's a good speed for him. Come on, man. There's no miss. Come on, come on, come on.
Here we go. He's
got it.
If there was a pond or something, I would have jumped in. That's
I reckon
fantastic.
that's. I've got a feeling that's Clarkson taking over from Teague.
Yeah, that's his.
This is how it's done,
one.
ladies
This
and
is
gentlemen.
hole-in-one. That's it.
Not that bloody hard.
So imagine that, mate. Imagine that, man. You're the caddy. Well, it's his nephew.
Oh, but yeah.
Doesn't mean he can play, but he goes,
That's
"Here,
true.
have the last shot. He's finishing up. Just have the last shot.
It's
He
a
can't
gorgeous
win it."
swing.
Yeah.
Pure.
Straight as a dime.
So that's it. That's the market cuts.
Bang. There it is.
Short, sharp, and sweet.
Hey, listen, what we said was we're going to do some Brownlow predictions, right? But
Yes.
let's have a look at this video of Dipper because he's one of the famous.
Back in '82, I managed to kick 46 goals in my first senior game. Yes, there were some reportable incidents, but every one of them was an accident. Incredibly, the 4 and 20 light pie is 92% fat-free. Wait for it. Yet it still has the same great taste.
New 4 and 20 Light. The same great Australian taste. No kidding.
Hey, don't you love the old ads?
Best.
They're the best, man.
Original.
And you know, Dipper, he gives me hope, man. Gives me hope.
What do you mean?
I couldn't put 2 words. He made a career out of it, man. He's a gunman, but he could play.
He's a gunman.
Tough as nails.
Tough as nails. Yep, definitely.
Hey, let's do the Brownlow predictions.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens. All right.
All right, this is going
Let's
to be
do
interesting.
this. Let's do this. Let's go for the top 5. First of all, Carlton.
Okay.
What do you think you're going to finish? A top 5
Well,
for Carlton, and
yeah.
we've all written down what we think.
Yeah, I've gone Walsh, Cripps, Mackay, Ed Curnow, and look, I know mid backline or backman don't really poll, but I thought he had a couple of standout games and could.
Would you go Walsh?
Pick up, yeah, Walsh, Cripps,
Yep.
Mackay, Ed Curnow, and Jacob Wiedering.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I'll go Walsh, Curnow, Cripps.
Curnow.
Yeah.
Then Cripps.
Yep. Wiedering, then Mackay.
Oh, Wiedering and then Mackay. All right, interesting. So the same but different. I went Walsh, Wiedering, Mackay, Curnow, Cripps.
Okay.
Okay, well,
cool.
So we've got them all written down. We'll see how we go. We'll see who gets closest.
Very nice.
I'm sure that the
They'll be
first
there
one
about.
we just
Oh,
we
yeah.
just
Well,
penciled
the
out
markets
one.
are out now, the odds, so you can pick the best or the team votes. So the
Yeah.
player to be the So without Walsh, I think it's
Curnow. then
Curnow and
Not Cripps.
Mackay are $2.50, and Cripps is like, mate, Cripps is a fan. Cripps will win. Cripps will be
Cripps
the
always
second.
votes well.
I reckon it'll be the second one.
Yeah.
I reckon that he's
Well, you've put
he'll
him-
lead our he'll finish second.
Well,
and
you've
he'll
put
be
him.
without.
You've put him there.
I've
So.
got him there for second. I reckon he's.
All right, so
he's
let's
the one.
go for the big one.
Yep.
Top 5 in the Brownlow.
In the actual Brownlow, right? Okay. Now I actually think it's going to be a tie.
Really?
Yep.
You're gonna
think it's
pick a
gonna be
tie?
Yep. I think Wines and Oliver are going to tie.
Wines.
Right. I think Wines and Oliver are going to tie, and I think the next 3 will be Petrarca, Walsh, and Bontempelli. So no real surprises there. But
Petrarca.
the one little surprise.
Walsh. Who'd you say? Petrarca, Walsh.
Yep, Petrarca. So Wines, Oliver, Petrarca, Walsh, and Bont. I think is
Oh,
what
yeah.
I've,
So you got Bonds at 5th. All right, cool.
could be.
What did I go? I went Bont, Wines, Petrarca, Tuk Tuk, and Walsh.
Oh, Tuk Tuk. You got Tuk Tuk in there.
Have
I
you?
like that. Tuk Tuk Miller.
Far out.
Very nice. That's a bit left of you. I like that. I like it.
Oh, you can have him in because he's.
And who'd you last time?
And Walsh.
Oh, you got Walsh as 5th.
You got to like my left of field prediction, which I'm not getting to yet.
Yeah, you are going to get into that.
Wines, Petrarca, Tuk Miller. And
Well, I went Walsh is winning it.
Sorry.
Hey, I stick
It's
by
your
my
prediction.
mates,
That's
man.
your prediction.
Black Rat.
Like a rat, I stuck by it. Just remember that when we're partying. These two have no
He's
fun.
just trying to leech off you, mate. If you win.
Man. Walsh, Bonds, Ollie, Wines, Oliver, and Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell. Okay. Yeah.
Tom Mitchell.
Nice. Yeah.
He's my kind of. Because he always
He wins
a lot of votes there. So,
Cool. That's a good one. No, it's
so the Mitchell. But the Walsh will take it home.
I hope so.
Imagine
Can
that.
you imagine that? And then you're not in the final.
think
So
it's
you got
a
Coleman medalist, Brownlow medalist, no finals. I don't think that's ever been done.
Coleman, all Australian squad.
I don't think that's ever been done. Please make it a
Well,
first.
who's the last? I'll tell you who the last person, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the last person to win the Brownlow from outside the 8
Yeah.
is Shane Crawford in 1999 when Hawthorn finished
Oh,
9th.
is it?
I think so.
Yeah, but I'm saying Brownlow medalist, Coleman medalist, and the team not to finish inside the 8. That would be like pure dicks. That's crap.
Someone
that
tell
just
me.
proves how
good-
merda we are.
I was looking at the markets. How is Jack Steele that short?
Yeah, he's another
That's
one.
really strange. Look, you got to respect it. Very interesting. Very interesting.
All right.
Intriguing.
So what we're going to do is, since we got the Brownlow predictions, we're going to go into Paul's call. But we've got the new intro for you.
Oh, do you really? New intro.
Yeah.
What new intro?
Have a look at this.
The Barriers with Brian Martin and Paul Sebastian.
Hello and welcome to Inside the Barriers. Bet
That's not
Deluxe
me.
with you. A fabulous weekend of racing. Paul Sebastiani's with us. Hey, Paul. That's a
There
good
he is.
title for a song. Paul, if you win the Fian, you're straight into the Cox Plate.
Are indeed, yeah. So this is going to be a cracking race at Moonee Valley. And as well, don't forget to log into your betdeluxe.com.au accounts to check out all the specials this weekend.
There you go, mate. That's for
Now,
you.
can I just vouch by saying that was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Now, this week, right, or over the weekend that just
Yeah.
went by, here's a little. I just thought we'd add this in. Here's a little clip of my best of the day.
I'd say probably the best of the day for me coming into this is probably Tarath, I'd say, at Flemington. I think she's going to be my best of the day. What about
There you
best
go.
of the day? Yes, yes. If the punters out there want to listen to my handiwork, every Friday morning that video will come out on tips.betdeluxe.com.au with me and BM, Brian Martin.
I
and,
like it. So you do know what you're talking about.
You fucking better hope so. Far out. Well, you've been
Well,
doing your
people
money.
following,
You've
yeah,
been
that's
doing your
it.
money.
I do
Nah,
make
that's
a
good.
living off
You
it.
do.
So.
No, that's it. Well,
And I was requested, I have had a request to do a racing podcast with a few of the Ian Prendercast
yes,
boys who are
yes.
who are keen.
In
to
actual
visit, so-
fact, you've been requested by a few people, like podcasts and all sorts of
I
stuff.
think
going
they're
on.
digging the bottom of the barrel because it's the end of the season.
Well, at least we ain't bottom of the barrel. We're top.
No.
Top.
They're digging. All right, so Paul's call. Let's get into it, shall we? Now I've done.
Still no calls for anything.
I don't want to be.
Now I thought, well, the Brownlow's coming up, so we've got to do the Brownlow Medal Stakes.
100%.
That's got to be the race. So because I've come up with my top 5, right? That's going to be the final field, but the emergency, right? So now when horse racing comes about, so the final field has a set of acceptances. So you nominate your horse, you accept to run, and there is a full field that is allowed. So some venues might only allow 12 runners to run. Some might only have 15, right? And then you have emergency runners. So if a runner comes out, that runner goes in.
Yep.
Now, this is the emergency runner that's going to... I'm not going to reveal who it is yet. A few people may know already, but I'm going to get into it because I think at huge odds,
All right.
he's going to
I like
make a
it.
massive dash.
I like it.
He's going to make a big dash late in the race.
I like
No
it.
one will know who it is.
I got. I'm trying to work out.
You're probably trying to think out what the bloody hell. Because I've told you, I kind of told you.
Nah.
Have I told you who it is?
No. Okay.
All right.
Just think top 4.
Now, I'm not declaring it by any means of the imagination, but I think he's a fantastic chance at running a big race at big odds.
Oh, I think I might know.
You think you might know?
I think I might know.
Think again. All right, so runners getting loaded away here for the Brownlow Stakes. It's Wines going up to his inside berry. He's the favourite there with Petrarca, Oliver, Walsh, as well as Boak, Bontempelli up there too. And well, we have a late entrance here, and we're not going to reveal this until maybe about the halfway mark in the race. So we're off and racing in the Brownlow Medal Stakes. And Ollie Wines is off to a good start here, as is Christian Petrarca. Melbourne going 7 and zip early in the year. Petrarca's up there on the scene. And Sam Walsh as well. Carlton not going too well, but he's the standout for Carlton from an individual point of view. He's about 3 lengths off the leaders. Then came Marcus Bontempelli, followed by Travis Boak. And then they were followed by Cam Guthrie. Cam Guthrie's making a late dash at 100 to 1. So it's Wines, Petrarca, and now Clayton Oliver. With Sam Walsh around them, 800 metres to go. We're at the halfway point. Then came Sammy Walsh on the inside of Clayton Oliver, followed by Boak. Then came Bontempelli, and last of all at the end of the field was Cam Guthrie. Then they race towards the 400-metre mark now at the point of the corner. It's Oliver and Ollie Wines going head-to-head into the straight. Sam Walsh is coming down the outside as well. Here comes Cam Guthrie. Goodness gracious me, it's Cam Guthrie over the top. Oliver and Wines are going head-to-head as well. I don't know who's going to win it. It's head-to-head in unison. Cam Guthrie going to the front. Wines kicking back on the inside with Oliver. It's a dead heat. Dead heat in the Brownlow between Wines and Oliver, and Cam Guthrie's run third. He's run a massive race at 100 to 1.
That was good, man.
Oliver and Wines.
Oliver
It's
and
Ollie Wines.
Yeah.
Cam
like
Guthrie at 100 to 1 is going to run a massive race.
Okay.
Huge.
That's the prediction, huh?
So is he
I'm
now?
telling
What's
Is
his
he in
odds?
the top 5?
Top 5, top 10. I think to finish top 10 is $6.50. I think he's a fantastic player.
Fair bet.
I think he's a
nice bet.
fantastic player. Well, he's really only the real accumulator for Geelong in the middle.
Yeah.
Put these binoculars away.
I should have known he was going to win because you did pick Ollie and Wines to finish in the prediction. I should have put a bet.
Sam Walsh.
I should have put a bet at the
But
start.
Guthrie wasn't in there.
No, he wasn't. So that
'Cause
one's
I don't know if he'll, but at those odds,
You get 20 odd, you reckon? You think?
That might be a bet. I'm telling you, that's a
fuck,
good
that was a tongue tie. That.
you
Oliver and
did
Wines.
right.
I'm like, no, isn't that Ollie Wines?
Ollie Wines. Oh, you did that. That's superb. Wow.
So have you got Petrarca
Yes.
and Ollie Wines, or is it
No, Oliver
Clayton
and
Oliver.
Wines.
Oliver
Clayton
and
Oliver.
Wines.
Yes.
Clayton
Oliver and Wines, I think, will dead heat it. I think it'll be a dead heat.
Wonder when the last and you got Guthrie in this third.
Yes.
But I wonder if has there ever been a top 2 from the same team ever,
Interesting.
or in the top 3?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
I'd like to know that one.
Yeah, maybe Judd and Cousins or something, or Judd and... I don't know.
It'd have to be an awesome midfield. I'd like to see if there's ever been 2 of
Then they're
the.
starting to take votes, but they're beginning like 2 and 3s and 1s
Interesting.
every week.
I'd like to see if they're in the top 3. Have there ever been the same?
People, can we find out?
Research.
We
Research.
want
I
to
haven't
see.
done the
Send us a
research.
message, send us something, and we'll try to research it. That's interesting.
That's a good
I like it.
There you go. Paul's call.
I love it.
Cam Guthrie, ladies and
Love
gentlemen.
it.
So
Love
stop
it.
asking.
That's good. That's it. Hey, everyone's been wonderful. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe.
Like
it. Like.
Press the like button.
Like. Come on. Come on.
All right. I want
And
to.
share.
Let's give him a target to hit this week.
Of likes.
Yeah. I like targets.
Well, how many do we get watching?
Let's just say 150 likes.
No, more, but
Nah,
more.
150.
300.
Now let's see if they
That's
can hit
big.
the bar.
300.
Let's see
Look,
if
I
they-
think the most we got is like that 150, and that's a
Good.
big,
More.
huge.
Double it.
Be huge. Look, let's just do this target here. Whoever's watching, push like.
Correct.
And we could get that over 100. So last week was good, so could have been better. Could have been better. Could have been a few more likes. So this is why this
Off-season,
week
so.
let's do the likes.
All
Off season, all the Carlton fans are in
That's
comas.
it. That's
Sponsors
it.
as well.
That's it.
Yep.
Check
Melbourne
out
Coffee Roasting
all,
Co.
Yeah. I was going to say
Top
check
15.
out all the Blue Abroad shows for
Yes,
sure.
as well. Yep.
And also check out, I checked it out last week, it was the Lionheart with Richard Hussain.
Yes.
Mind.
Fantastic.
The Mind,
What's
the
it called?
hit
The Mind?
program.
Lionheart hit program.
It's a Lionheart. Trust me, everyone. Getting through these hard times.
Yes.
Mental. Man, he really, he's the personal trainer of
For
the
the
mind.
mind.
He is
I
indeed.
love it. So
That's
everyone check
correct.
out that. And as you said, Melbourne Coffee Roasting Company and
Marino Bros produce.
this morning again, man. I can't sleep anymore.
Yes.
So, what do you want this morning? We're going to get blueberries. So there I am. So they gave me that contraption. You can
They
see
are
how many.
vibrant.
Oh, that was
How
good.
vibrant are they? Look
Mate,
at those.
look at this.
Mate.
You know
Oh,
what
I
I
love
love?
a blueberry
They
muffin.
gave me this thing,
I
man.
love
This
to
is the
smash
best.
them.
Look at
What
the
is
way
that?
you pick it.
Look at that. Bang.
I'd love to smash them. They
Ah, I love it.
That's it, mate.
I love blueberries.
Blueberry muffins with a little cup of coffee. How good, mate.
I'm telling you, and look at them. They're
Wonderful.
just fresh as, man. They're fresh as.
Yep.
This is how we get them every morning.
There you go.
Every
big
morning.
boxes full.
Boxes
What else have
full,
we
man.
got to mention? Oh, yeah. Oh, mate, don't forget the merch, mate.
Wow. The
Comfortable
next thing is the merch.
mate.
Everyone have a look at the merch again. And as I said, Blue Abroad and the JP merch, all great quality. Or everyone, I'm telling you, just had made great feedback.
Hoodie is
from the merch.
$69.99. T-shirts $50.
Correct.
PayPal it. You can split up your payments however you
Yep.
need to
and
be.
there is some different stuff coming out. So I'm thinking hoodwinking or market cards that
cards.
will be coming out
Yeah.
soon.
We'll see.
Cards.
Cards.
Imagine that. The big pocket cards. Market cards. We used to have, when I was a kid, right, we used to have these Italian tops. It used to be like Italian do it better. It's like,
God.
Hey,
Get them down at Forza Italia. All the
God,
all the
you
gringos wear them.
bloody
yeah,
wog.
yeah.
There used to be a good one.
bloody
There used to
wog.
be the
What?
Mao.
Mao.
Mao. There used to be the- we've now done market cuts, but it used to be Mao.
The worst one is FBI, full-blooded
Oh,
Italian.
no.
That is the
Oh,
worst
no.
one.
That is, do you remember the
can't have
WWE
that.
FBI, full-blooded Italians?
Full-blooded, yeah.
That's
The
ridiculous.
market cuts. Is
Market
cool.
cuts is a good
That's
one.
cool.
Yeah,
But you can't have the other shit. Hey, listen.
yeah.
Well, I just want to wish all the best
Yes.
to Big Jack Elliott.
Yes.
Jack Elliott.
Not in a
John.
good way.
Isn't
Yeah.
he? Is he not in a good way? Is he?
He was in a good way, and he had a fall and was brought to hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, and he's not in a good way. So, hopefully, all the best to our best president that we've ever had. Come on, mate. The bloke was a gun. Love him, love him.
And Buzzy as well, Peter Buzzasso.
And Buzz
is
too,
battling
definitely. So he's going to go through some stuff. So all the best to him. Hey, there was a birthday.
Oh, was there ever?
So let's have a look
Was
at this.
there ever, mate?
Let's have a look at this.
Now this is GOAT territory.
Oh, yeah.
For Carl.
You can't beat.
Did he ever get beat? This bloke?
I only remember two games. Seriously. I only ever remember two games that he got beaten. And one game. Right. Look at him, man.
Imagine being 20 odd and looking
But look at him. He's a beast, man.
Oh, yeah. He's a bull.
Look at him, man. I used to love him.
He was so cool, just so
Very cool.
calm and collected, but competitive. Oh.
And he had skill, man. So that's one of his 20. So there he is, Brucey Dool. Now,
Absolute
did
champion.
you know why he was called the Flying Doormat?
No.
Why?
So Lou Richards gave him the name.
Yes.
So I reckon as he said as he was running with his hair
Hair
in
flailing
bald and the
about.
hair flapping and the thing, he looked like a doormat. So that was how he got doormat.
Remember when
But,
he got his headband taken off?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Bruce Dool's gone berserk.
Yeah, he was
Wonder if
chasing.
you could rep somebody rep a headband these days. It'll be tech.
That-
Taylor Hunt does it. No, what's his name?
Josh Hunt.
No, the one from Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Is that him? Taylor
Now,
Hunt?
anyone that wears it now looks wrong.
Oh, yeah.
They all just look wrong. You can't. You look.
That's his look. It's
Too
iconic.
try hard.
Yeah, but he was just the way it was, you know. The two games that I do remember he got beaten, I'm sure he got beaten on a few more, was in a state of origin game.
Oh, yeah.
Sticks kicked 10 on him. But it was near the end of his career. Sticks was at his prime.
Yeah.
He just started.
Yeah.
Like he hadn't come to Carlton yet.
Yeah.
And he was killing it.
Okay.
And he kicked 10
South
on him.
Australia.
That was probably his, what do they say? The game before they go to their club of choice.
Oh yes, okay, yeah. His dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal, correct.
Yes. 10 on him. And the other one was, unfortunately, the last game he played with Hall, and he got beaten on that. Like Dunstall, I think, kicked 6 or 7 on him, you know.
So the greats.
Yeah. And he was old.
Yeah.
You know, he was
Yeah.
36
Far
and he
out.
was doing it.
Not some clown kicking 8 on him.
And just remember, he's in the AFL team of the century.
Team of the century, yes.
Not just the Carlton AFL. So the bloke was a legend. So that was for you, man. All right, to the viewers. We've got a couple here.
Yep.
We've got a couple here. So the first one we got is Nathan Gorga.
Yep.
He writes, love that you boys are keeping the show going over the off season, getting me through the lockdown.
Oh, God.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Billy Aspros. Is it
Aspros. Yep.
Aspros.
Aspros. Yep.
Imagine Franco Cozzo on the back of a Carlton jumper. Hey, how good would that be?
As a sponsor.
God.
Josh Cleaves. Facts, Rocco. Sam McCloy is an utter C-head. On the quiz, I was yelling. I think I got all right besides 3 of them within 5 seconds of the questions. And the last one, I have to respectfully go against JP. SPS is a trade for me.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Okay.
That's good.
That's good.
That's it.
And the other one was Daniel Asana. He also wrote, watch SBS go to another club. What did he write? Watch SBS be a gun
At
to
another
whichever
club.
team he ends up with.
Probably.
And the last one is John Kickus. He wrote, Brisbane didn't go out in straight sets last year. They beat Richmond in a qualifying final. Mars, you malacca.
Oh, is that what I said?
You must have said that. So it's good
shit,
that
sorry.
people are
Good. Correct me.
correct.
I like
There
there are people correcting us this week, Rocco, were there not?
It was all in good jest. So it
Yeah,
was all good.
you had an
You had
inbox.
a few things to, few choice words.
Yeah, wow, we won't go.
All
It
in
was a-
good
it was
jest.
a
Bit of
it was all
banter.
A bit of fun. A bit
Bit
of
of banter.
fun.
I like the
I
banter.
like it. I
Good.
like it.
Send
I
us
like it, man. That's
banter.
all
It
we hear
makes it
about,
fun.
mate. I'll take it. Man. I love it. I give it. I take it. It's the way it is. Any more shout-outs? All good? We're giving everyone the shout-outs? All right. So this has been a huge show. Fiery show. I like
Actually,
it.
Blackarat. We have some
Yeah.
good combos about
Blackarat, yes.
So, yeah, good luck to him, seriously.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Mate,
I'll be rooting
that's one of
for
the
you.
biggest, like, think about it,
Like
one
a
of the
Hail
biggest
Mary.
bets you can win.
Yeah.
Like 20,
Go,
like he only
mate,
spent
please.
$25
Yeah.
I hope he wins.
to get like over 70 grand.
Yeah,
That
we
is
have, mate.
huge.
But other than Carlton, we have some great chats because I got a King Charles Cavalier dog, so he loves. You know, we have a little chat about
Nah,
that.
he's
But
a
yeah,
good
nah,
man.
He's a good man. Good
He's
man.
a good man. So good luck to him. So
Yeah,
next
good
week, we got the big show coming up. It's the Brownlow. So
Grand
we'll be
final.
celebrating Walsh's win.
Walsh's win.
Right.
Announcement of Clarkson.
Announcing
Yep.
the Clarkson.
And Brian Cook.
Brian Cook. And the big pre-game to the grand final.
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge.
Are
And
we
then the
doing-
week
are
after,
we doing the final?
stay tuned.
Yeah.
Right, which will be the last
Of the year.
the last of the year. We're
So
going to take a
two-
little break.
basically
more.
two shows
We've
to
got
go
a
until
huge
we take-
guest.
Yes, massive guest.
We've got a huge guest.
We've
He's
got two
huge.
shows to go until we have a little
siesta.
Yeah, a little siesta.
Yeah.
I think it's well deserved.
Nah,
just
that's
quietly.
it, that's it. All right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to leave everyone with this. All right? So, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Go Blues!
Se i migliori mobili dovete comprare, da Franco Cozzo dovete andare.
Hey, Franco Cozzo drives a lot of people crazy. Every day he always on the television. He talks in Italian, he's a tell everybody on the telly. Come and see me, I'll make you rich. You try to watch a movie, very soon he come on smiley, very nicely, bla bla bla, he don't finish. Se migliori mobili volete comprare, da Franco Cozzo dovete andare a Nord Melbourne e Footscray. Hey, what you say? We no capish. I say North Melbourne e foot scry. Comprate da Franco Cozzo. I had the shop in Italy, but I just couldn't stay. Everybody wanted the furniture and nobody wanted to pay. So I come to North Melbourne and the people used to say, hey, Franco Cozzo, come down to put the spray. Hey, Franco Cozzo drives a lot of people crazy. Every day he always on the television. He talks in Italian, he's a telling everybody on the telly, come and see me, I'll make you rich. You try to watch a movie, very soon he comes on smiley, very nicely, bla bla bla, he don't finish. Se migliori mobili volete comprare da Franco Cozzo dovete andare a North Melbourne e foot scry. Hey, what you say? We not capish. I say North Melbourne e foot scry. Comprate da Franco Cozzo. I make the commercial and I like to sit down. But the people are not silly, they know I'm not a clown. I sell the best of furniture and I never tell you lies. And even Betty Davis got the Franco Cozzo eyes. Hey, Franco Cozzo drives a lot of people crazy. Every day he always on the television. He talks in Italian, he's a telling everybody on the telly, come and see me, I'll make you rich. You try to watch a movie, very soon he comes on smiley, very nicely, bla bla bla, he don't finish. Se migliori mobili volete comprare da Franco Cozzo dovete andare a North Melbourne e foot scry. Hey, what you say? We no capish.
I say North Melbourne e foot scry.